So me and Dennis worked on my lighting before we came on today, and I actually have it on the brightest light so that I look now. Do I want Dennis under me? Dennis, if you stand up right now, we'll look like a.
Oh, wait.
Can you stand up? Hold on.
Wait, put the cat. Hold on.
Okay, wait. Okay. Okay, hold on.
There you go.
Now do a little dance.
Hey, Autobot.
Ida, what a compliment. Vanderpump Rules is on and I'm not watching it. Ida, you are a walking antidepressant. Oh, my Tom Sandoval over here.
Okay, so anybody who didn't hear this morning, I was on live with Opie, and I kind of called his bluff. Like he said, "Well, you gonna be available at like 7 a.m. tomorrow?" I'm like, I can be. Not
just
sure.
Before you went on, just because I didn't think you were, I was in there obviously, and I'm pretending I was you, and I'm like, no, honey, I just woke up to tell you my circadian rhythm does not work at this time. Let's do it in the afternoon. And then you pop on, and I'm like, fuck. She blew up my spot.
Well, I said to him, to be fair, this is like my partner in the radio, in the podcast, and
what?
it's John. He's just an idiot savant when it comes to all things Howard, and so he's the one that always asks you these esoteric questions that you may or may not know the answer to, but at least it spurs you on to talk about something other than that
first one. You see, he was kind of embarrassed by it. He had nothing to do with it because these guys are on their own. Even the thing with the bumper sticker, slapping it on Howard and Ronnie's limo. When they had the wedding at Le Cirque, he had his he didn't have them. His pest sat outside away from security with signs that said, "It's all about Allison. Allison is my best friend. Who I'll never forget the pictures off in the background." So all the celebrities that trundled into that wedding saw these signs as they walked in. It was these guys are madmen. They were the original Howard trolls.
That's amazing. So Let me know if the lighting looks better, because Dennis was like, "Oh, do that. Just stay right there," because I feel like I'm. What? Yes, babe.
Can you say the following line? Years ago, you helped my father in the Clone Wars, or aren't you a little short to be a stormtrooper?
It's a favorite line in the first. Doesn't Mark Hamill say "Carrie" at the end of Star Wars? He screams instead of Leia.
Yeah, when he gets off the X-wing fighter.
Yeah.
Supposedly he says "Carrie."
Really?
Carrie, yeah. Cat instead of saying Leia, and they didn't do it over.
Debated it, but it totally sounds like he says.
Definitely said Carrie.
Okay. Okay.
In his defense, they were probably drunk when they were doing that. So
what did we get out of
in Empire Strikes Back when they're land on Bespin on the Cloud City? They had just spent the whole night partying with the Rolling Stones. So Han Solo and Carrie Fisher were wasted the whole time they were shooting that.
Which scene?
When they meet. Am
I on the wrong
Cloud
side?
City on Bespin.
Yeah,
Lando Calrissian.
Shifting us around. Okay, how's that? Better?
Yeah.
Okay, so what do you think we got out of this morning's thing? Like I felt like no.
I'll tell you the first thing before I forget. You uncovered brilliantly, and by the way, you're so convivial and adaptable. I wish you had more imposter complex like I have. You can just meld with anybody. That's a crazy skill you have. You spoke to him once, right? At Carl Ruiz's.
I didn't even speak to him at Carl's.
You've never spoken to him. Oh, no. Jesus Christ! So he just kind of winked at you there, Upper West Side, right? Yeah, Grillo and Sabian.
Yes,
Jesus. Okay, Monique uncovered that. Apparently, there is a director's cut of the lockdown video he did.
He did two other versions of it.
Like so an alternate version.
Lockdown. There's more.
That's
lockdown.
A huge bomb.
I'm totally going to push him on that one.
And he looks like what does he have to lose? He has nothing to.
Nothing.
He's out of the business.
He has nothing to. What about the discussion about that he hears rumor that Dennis Xavier, he said he hears that there is actually a elevator bank that the car, Ronnie's limo, goes into and takes him
directly. I believe that
to the floor in the elevator in the car, so he doesn't even have to leave the car.
I believe that.
Jesus Christ.
Like the Howie Cave.
How's that?
Well, there's no.
My God.
So there's
Wasn't
no
that
chance
crazy?
he'll run into anyone in the freight elevator.
Oh,
in the
Anthony
other
talked
freight-
about that too. Master said, see, so that's the thing.
Yes, he's right.
Wow. So serious? Because that isn't like a normal
that's-
thing in a building.
No, that was probably built into the building for a reason, because that's an old building. The McGraw-Hill building
I
has been there
understand
since
that,
the
but-
60s. They didn't build
But
it for
pulling
him.
a car
Is it like a freight
up,
elevator?
It's like a
type of
freight.
deal,
It's like
or
a
is it
it's
just-
a
but
freight
that's-
elevator that fits a car. Yes.
but still, that's like 4 tons being
Yeah,
brought
yeah.
up in the.
Yeah, you're
I mean,
right,
that's,
those
all,
things are heavy as
that's a
fuck.
prom limo. I mean, that's
Yeah.
a goddamn prom limo. They're
Think
bringing
about
up.
Mike Pence had to walk down 15 flights of stairs to get out of the insurrection, and Howard gets driven right to a hallway where no one's
the 40th
bothering him.
floor,
I might
right?
to the fourth. Opie really had me laughing one time during that because he was commenting on Howard going to Karmazin, and he goes, you're sitting there wearing Boy Scout clothes at 75 fucking years old.
It's so true. So what else did we get out of him? What else did we get?
We
Oh,
learned.
well-
We learned a lot about.
No, we're talking about Opie. We're still on Opie.
Oh, Opie. I'm sorry, I didn't
We're
hear
still
it.
on Opie.
So
No, it's
I'm
okay. We're
sorry,
still on
I had
Opie.
other thi-
I was
had other
thinking.
things.
Oh, well,
okay.
I mean, before I forget, okay. And I wrote this, and you did such a great job because you were multitasking. What we need to tell him, and I don't care if you do it or I do it, pretending I'm you, he needs to face west at 6 a.m.
Yes.
The cardinal rule, anyone that knows Long Island, if you face east, you have the sun in. I've gotten speeding tickets because I was driving west at 4:30 in the afternoon and I couldn't see my fucking speedometer, and so I went 77 miles an hour. You just got to keep up with traffic.
I had to read the chats to him.
Yeah, 'cause he can't
the
see his own chat.
Because he can't see his.
Because
And,
he's
you know-
facing east. It's
No,
so,
but he has
why can't
he has a horrible habit as well. I don't know if you noticed it. I'm going to do it right now. He just does this. He just goes through. He just puts everything up, and it's like, okay, you're really doing way too much right now as I'm talking, and you're just doing clicking. Stop it. But
He also
Actually-
will automatically leave the screen to get coffee at some
yeah, he
point,
left
or
me.
twice.
He's like, hey, take care of the room while I go get coffee.
Actually, he
Thank
doesn't need to face west. He needs actually to face northwest.
just not
Northwest,
east,
So
Dennis.
He
Just
just
not
faces the sunrise. That's
which
what he
is
does.
insane. You don't do
It
that.
is
You have the
insane.
sunrise-
Of course, it's
Yeah.
insane.
You have
So
the sun to your
he
back.
Didn't
comes
Bruce
on.
Springsteen and Manfred Mann tell him to not look
Yeah,
directly into the
blinded
sun?
by the light. No, you can't do that.
Something's telling me, Katie.
So he comes on and we start talking, and I'm like, I can't believe you like hashtag unfollowed
Yeah.
me because I was on Who Are These Podcasters, and he's like, well, I heard you. I was like, did you hear it? Did you hear it? And
Oh,
he's
you
like,
heard
no.
Hearsay.
No. I was like, so then how do you know? How do you know? And, and then I was very honest with him about, I told him exactly about how you kind of took from what I said about Scott Salem's wife, and that's
Yeah.
what you used as your quote in the New York Post. And he apologized for it. And I was like, I don't need you to apologize. Like, you don't have to apologize for it. I'm just telling you, you were really concerned about all the shit that was being talked about you on a show I was on, and you have nothing to, no leg to stand on.
I want to feel that's so perfect.
Oh, don't do that to me. Don't do that to me.
I wanna feel the sun, have barbecues. I wanna see my friends, the old and new. We'll turn on the game and share some laughs, and we'll play.
This or that.
Another thing which we never got to, and I was right, and that's why I brought up the glare and not seeing it. He has never weighed in on the Pelican Brief, ever.
Never weighed in on the Pelican Brief.
What you need to do is text him to watch it, and next time you go on, get his thought, because he's all over that, and they were still there at the time.
Yes, it's the shame is that obviously it was like 7:00 in the morning. I still had on like my pajama t-shirt and my bed hair, so I wasn't even paying attention to anything other than okay, I'm here. He called my bluff. I said I would come on, and he sent me the link, so I got to do it now. But I didn't realize it was going to be like 2 hours later. So I wasn't really mentally prepared for that. But I loved, somebody had written in the thread I wrote yesterday, ask Opie if Anthony was the love of his life.
Wow.
How about Josh Foster getting him to weigh in on fucking Simon Rex again with his
Oh.
dance? He goes, did I ever speak to Simon Rex? Who am I, John Stockton over here?
He does have a little bit meaner chat than we do. Like they were they were a little bit mean to me, but like what? But you know what? And even if they were mean, he would put them up on the screen. And it's like, oh, don't do that. Bon Jovial. That's what stuttering. He didn't hear what was said. He was told by someone he doesn't even know. Yeah, of course. And you know what? You know who else did that? Artie. Don't you remember how long it took us to get Artie on?
Yep.
Because he said, "Oh, people said you talk shit." It's like, but you didn't hear it. You didn't hear it. So I don't like when people do that because you know what? It's like if you're going to talk shit about us, and we're such a microcosm, we're like a piece of sand in an oyster that is the success of Opie and Anthony. And for Opie to even be and then I said to him, I was like, you know, Anthony posted that video thing of you, which obviously was a joke, but to be fair, I thought it was you. I was like, why would you even respond to that? Like, why would you even respond to it? You know?
He's got some good Mel Karmazin stories, Monique, behind the scenes of him talking. Like, they like them better than Howard, but Howard's bringing in the whatever. And so, but he's got stories about Karmazin talking shit about Howard. Jeremy Coleman was their boss at WNEW back in the early 2000s.
I didn't
Who's
know
Howard's
that.
boss now. Yep.
Well, I just want to thank you, John, from the bottom of my heart for actually still being awake at 7:05 in the morning.
Jesus Christ.
I'm having a lot of trouble sleeping lately. I'm really
I couldn't believe
turned
it when I
upside
saw
down.
you there, and it was like a blessed thing for you to be in there and spur me along. So I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart. I thought that was great. Thank you so much.
I had a feeling you might, so I stayed up. I tried to burn the. I mean, that's vampire. I mean, I went to sleep at 8:30 a.m. today.
Oh,
Christ.
God.
Oh, after you got off, like a half hour after you got off.
Yeah, I went to sleep probably around 11 and woke up at like 1. I was just really exhausted. It takes. I have a newfound admiration for people who can do this shit on a daily basis, especially at that hour in the morning.
He's
I'm
a dedicated father. He's a dedicated. So I think it's got to do with his kids in school is why he needs to do it at that time. It's I don't know. Like I said, could you imagine? Because you were phenomenal today. Could you imagine the energy in the afternoon?
No, I would have been better in the afternoon, but I don't think it would have been as spontaneous because I would have gotten in my head a little bit, and it would have been a different kind of interview. So anyway, he gave me the okay to share said thing, so I'm putting it up tomorrow. It will premiere at, I think, 7 p.m. tomorrow. Bon is going to do just a little bit of editing to it because, you know, he comes on earlier and then I pop on at some point, like 10 minutes later or 15 minutes later. So it will be revised. Right, Bon? You're going to revise it for me a little bit? You're going to edit it? And also, we were talking last week about You've Had Enough Candle and how that show was taken down and we didn't see it again. For some reason, I couldn't find it. But Bon said it was on the site the whole time. It was on the YouTube channel. But it's set, I guess, to private or something because I'm not allowed to play it.
But isn't it downloadable too in the actual website where you have the audio?
I don't know, Bon. Can you expand on that just a little bit, please?
I'm sure Johnny Bye Bye has got it saved.
Yeah, I'm sure he does.
In my case, it's the Wellbutrin talking. That's Artie's next.
Oh, it's really? I wasn't on till 7:30. I was a half hour late. Okay, whatever.
I mean, he just kind of just started. It was good because he introed you. Like he didn't know if you were coming on. He goes, I don't know. I sent her a link. Let's see what happens.
Okay.
It's not set to private. It's been there all along.
It's not set to private. It's been there all along. Okay, but it's not in the live stuff, right? It's just in the regular. We should re-release that one somehow. But it got taken down. So if you go to the link that's on the website on RadioGunk,
Enough Candle.
It's just a blank screen, and the only one that plays is the one on Twitch. So I don't know. I don't know. All right, so here's what happened today. So after that exhaustive discussion with Opie, I turned to our channel. And I see the boys talking about the show today, and it was a shit fest. And so yeah, so it started out talking and so you should all know I have no clips for tonight. You should also all know
Well, you should have one.
But you should also all know that I will be opening up the phone lines tonight. Yay.
Later. Goodbye.
So we will try and do that a little bit more concisely and not just random psychotic ramblings from G Canada and Chaka Khan. Okay, even though I love Chaka Khan as Ray, I don't think there's anything
But
better
you
than
know,
that.
this has to be conducted in a serious manner.
Serious manner. So, Coach, yes, Coach. Yeah, it was horrible. It was a horrible show, and so I was.
break it down.
It was horrendous. Sam's mom is a whore.
Oh, absolutely. Oh, absolutely. She's a putana
Oh my
grande.
goodness.
I mean,
Okay,
that's
so I don't know. Listen, I don't
So
want to
proud.
speak badly about somebody's mother in
well,
her
I
60s.
mean,
come
she's
on.
talking about all the. I mean, when you start going through like a list of guys.
You know, the apple doesn't
that
fall
was the
far from the
show.
tree. That's why Samantha is on the Stern Show, I guess.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right?
Now,
Yeah.
now imagine getting $1 million for doing this show.
Who,
How-
Samantha?
No, Howard.
What?
Or Howard. Or Howard.
Think about how bad this show. Think about how nothing burgered is, and just reading the mockery thread. I just see what is this? What is this? It's so fun to read it and not listen to the show because I'm going, what is this? What is this?
The only other thing I learned in the first hour and 45 minutes, and yes, this was an hour and 45 minutes. It started with Uber conversations and ended up with Sam's mom, and this is all part of the script. It was all
man.
set to happen. Is the only thing else I learned is nice.
Hey,
The only
Good
other
job,
thing I
good
learned
job, Bon.
was that Jan Hein is the biggest asshole on the planet. Like Uber drivers hate him.
Okay, so let's
Because-
review that.
yeah.
Thank you, Bon. So let's review that. Okay, so he starts out talking about Uber drivers,
Yeah.
and if you're not a user of Uber, you wouldn't know. And Howard didn't know because he's never used
Howard
Uber.
has no idea. He
He has no
clue.
idea. So what happens is when you get out of the car and you've paid, it asks you to, give a rating to Hajib, whatever.
Right.
And, usually unless the car really just like stinks and, he's eating like onion rings or something, you're always going to give him 5 stars because in return they're
It
going to
always
give you
smells
5
like
stars. So that's how it usually works. But as it turns out, a lot of the people naturally on the Stern Show have fairly low Uber
Yeah.
ratings. Like I was like, I immediately had to go look at mine. I'm like, oh, what's mine? I wonder. And of course it's a
Mine's
5
5.
because normal people, you just do 5 and you get 5. You really have to do something fucked up in order for somebody to give you a low
I mean,
score.
think about this. Jan Hein is the sociopath, the psychopath
And an
that at a
automaton.
fast food restaurant goes and he orders and he stands like this at the register till his
will not
food
move.
is ready.
That's right.
Does
will
not move.
So you can
That's-
imagine that he's the same way when he's in a
the car.
cab or in a car.
He tells them where to drive. He tells, I mean, literally, they went over. He actually literally does tell people how to do things in their own fucking car.
You gotta realize he's also from like chosen one privilege too. He's never really had
understand that.
he really is a privileged life. Like that he steals the idea for Jump the Shark, Michigan too, which is just ground zero. It's almost like Little Israel. He comes back to Long Island and gets his SAT teaching job out of nowhere, gets gigs he doesn't deserve, books he shouldn't be writing for. He's completely unqualified. Now that's a guy who should have imposter complex. If I could transfer mine onto someone. And he's just never had a real job, so he goes into situations. He has no empathy for someone behind a fast food counter. No empathy
None
for
of
it.
them.
And that's what none of them do. Right.
of them have had real jobs. None of them.
Yep.
Okay, so
Most
they're all
don't.
just
No,
entitled assholes living in their own ecosystem of entitlement. It's just psychotic. So as it turns out, Ralph has 13 one-star ratings.
Oh God.
But also on the list were John Hein, as you would guess, Benji, which makes
of
sense,
course.
and Samantha. So those were
Samantha.
the bottom 4. And they all have like between 4.5 and 4.6 ratings on Uber,
is
which means they got a
horrendous.
shit ton of 1-star reviews. So that starts the conversation with Samantha. And then it just rolled over into Samantha's mother. Then it rolls into Samantha's mother and Ronnie. Then, oh God, it was an hour and a half.
An hour 45
Okay,
minutes.
I'm gonna show you a Samantha so
sex
that you
toys.
have
Samantha's
this.
mother's sex toys. I mean, literally, that's how bad it got.
And the worst part is, it's coming because he's going to do the touchdown dance about Billy Corgan. Like, this is coming.
Oh, that was
you knew this is going to be awful today.
Okay, so we're not gonna troll her because it's not really worth it. But here's the whole crew last year all getting together without masks. This weirdo Jonathan Blood, I can't stand him.
Where are the black people?
There are none.
Well, they don't have any.
So
They're not
here
allowed.
she is with her little trophies of the Stern Show behind her. She's also married. She has kids. She's just now all of a sudden become one of their people. So,
Jesus.
yeah, and
almost
I guess
in a
they
wilding kind of way. The flash pass to the front of the line with out of nowhere, and it's the only other female on the staff.
Is having wonky
she's-
eyes part of the qualifications for being on the staff?
I don't think she's the only female on the staff. You'll notice there's 1, 2, 3, 4,
no.
5. There's a bunch of them. You
Marcy's
just never
back.
hear. You just never hear from them.
A bunch of
You know,
nobodies.
and maybe the word came down that the sausage fest was getting to be too
Oh, yeah.
much.
Definitely in this day
because
and
I
age.
explained this morning in the thread is that Marcy probably is very, very curious about trying to get that Q rating up.
Yes.
Because that's a rating with females, and Howard's just terrible. I mean, it's not even, it's negative. I
Oh
mean,
my God,
it's-
Rupert Pumpkin. His Uber rating is 4.64.
Holy shit.
One driver was mad that I waited 2 minutes to put on my mask 2 years ago. What do you mean? So he gave you a 1 star and that averaged you out to a
You must put
4.64?
your
You don't
That's
drive,
good
you don't
now.
go to them very much. That's okay.
Yeah, exactly. you should be bumped up a little bit there. Sorry
What
for
is
you.
your hajib?
You should get a mulligan on your Uber.
Turban is
You had one bad
dirty.
day. and you
I
take it off.
had, coming back
Your
from the
turban
Knights
is
Parade,
dirty.
I had a mass hole as my driver at 2:00 in the morning. That is perfect. That is the perfect guy when you're drunk. That is the perfect guy.
You had like
He's
Bill Burr.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's like this is bullshit. We got to know the bullshit around here. It's like I live in the neighborhood over there, and it's like they were so quiet. Now it's all loud, and like I'm glad I'm driving tonight, and like it's like all this. This is great. Being that whole Massachusetts accent.
Never ever do I want to talk to a driver. I am literally like the Geico commercial. The waitress doesn't need to know your name. The driver doesn't need to know anything about you. The person sitting next to you on the
personal
airplane
information.
doesn't need to know anything about you unless it's over a 12-hour
He
flight.
started talking to me. I was hammered. It was fun.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that.
It's okay. That's different between you and
Fresh
me.
Start says, I'm from Massachusetts. That was the worst accent impersonation.
I can't hear myself right now, so I'm sorry.
It's hard, but you can't hear. Dennis should have been like, "Oh, my Jerry Remy over
Yeah,
here."
exactly. I usually can do. I have no idea why I can't do it right now, but because my friends, I have a lot of friends from Massachusetts, and I
Say chada.
chata.
Say chada.
They're from Fall River. They're
Okay.
from Fall River. They
So-
go to
To
Kelly's
the
roast
park.
beef.
Let's
They go to
continue
Kelly's
with.
roast beef.
Oh my God! Shut up. Let's talk about what else happened
I want to
today.
take the car.
I'm going to boot you, cat.
should.
Shush.
Go back to playing video games.
That's because I had to talk to. I was talking to an Indian earlier on the. customer
Yes,
service.
chowderheads.
Chowder.
Chowder.
Okay, so what happened after that? So after the Sam mom
The
Uber
Billy Corgan victory lap.
victory
started.
lap. That's right.
Yeah,
that's right.
that
That's
was
right.
Fucking
Okay.
horrible.
Then after that,
Uh,
come on, what we got?
Ronnie, it's something with Ralph, Ronnie.
Ralph. I had to look at my notes.
I was reading the mockery thread, and all I saw was Ralph, Ronnie.
Robin, we got these
Samantha.
telegrams saying how good Billy Corgan
That's an hour and
was.
45 minutes.
I'm gonna. Oh, I forgot to bring readers with me. Okay, so here's what we had. Oh, then Michael Rappaport on the phone with
Oh, that's
Samantha.
right. Rappaport called in for some reason.
Because they had a bachelor pool of some sort that he never paid.
How not gay.
How not gay. Then we had fan feedback. Then we went back to Wendy and talking about Wendy, the slow adult, and how, and her bad eating habits. And as somebody pointed out on Twitter, it's like, oh, so you want to rip Wendy a new asshole about her bad eating habits, but let's not talk about Beth eating like, sugar and candy all day. But that's okay. And the difference is because Wendy weighs 400 pounds. I'm gonna eat some candy now. But it's okay for her because she doesn't weigh 400 pounds and she's not almost homeless.
Absolutely.
So, and she's
Oh,
a
and there was
supermodel.
Dice. what do you call that? Greg Gas Dice.
Oh my God, the knock-knocks were out of control as well.
Five times. I think it was 5 times today. Yeah,
Then you had
there it is.
and this is the whole show, you guys. So you're not missing anything, and that's why
No,
we
this is
don't
it.
have.
Absolutely.
That's why we don't have clips today, because I'm literally sitting there trying to pick something out that would be germane to a discussion for us tonight, and there was nothing.
There's
Zero
nothing
zilch, nada.
germane.
Nothing
There was
germane.
anything Polish, German, or French in
That's
this entire
right.
thing. It was
That's
terrible.
right. And then we have a bunch of 70-year-olds talking about the beef between Kylie
Oh,
Jenner and Selena Gomez and
that's right.
Bieber.
Hailey Bieber.
Yeah. That
So-
was that. Yeah.
And what
And
else?
Gary came in and weighed in because it made the age group younger.
Hey,
There
Yeah,
you
that
go.
skewed it a little bit differently.
That
It's
dropped the
skewed it, yeah. It's made
demographics
only
in it.
65.
It was cringe.
Exactly.
You're right, laundry room. It was absolute
Cringe.
Yes, there was a shit ton of knock-knocks. And you know what? Jermaine Jackson in Germans.
Oh, I'm playing Call of Duty for the person who asked.
Yeah, okay, thank you. That I have to remind you to come on
Someone
air.
asked, dude. What do you want? I don't wanna be rude.
Yeah.
Steve Z, can you be 70 and be a tween?
You know what?
Yes.
He just feels like he
Absolutely.
needs to be
Yes.
part of the
He is the
zeitgeist.
zeitgeist. Ever.
yeah.
The zeitgeist.
Yep.
Yes, the only Selena that ever mattered.
He's a
mattered.
petulant teenager at 69 years old.
But he
He's
doesn't
the
know
older
how to do anything
generation
intellectual
No,
either. He's
no.
always been fooling everybody that he's like all his friends are 15 to 20 years younger than he is. So he's successfully fooled himself into thinking he's Generation X now. Right, Benjamin?
I have many
When you couple
friends.
it with Hot Topic blackface, it's a mess.
Exactly. The knock-knock sound gives me the creeps. So true. So true. So you're not getting any clips from us today. Instead, we're going to do a little clean out the computer. And for
Well,
those of you
there
who
is
are
one
kind of
clip.
new for us, I'm going to get there. For you guys that are new for us, we are opening up the phone line tonight. Now, and I warned before you even came on here, G Canada. So I'm going to try and be a little bit more parsimonious with my phone calls and try really hard to take quality calls, okay? Quality
What does
calls. I mean, they're
parsimonious
fun and they're silly, and I love when you guys call in, okay? So we are going to try this once again. I will put the phone
always
number
goes
up on
horribly
the screen. When we are ready to commence taking phone calls, just
Let me know.
know
I'll pour more wine.
that the guys can hear you when you're on the phone, but you can't hear the guys.
Usually
I haven't
that's-
figured out, right? That's the way it works, right?
Usually, occasionally it
Technology.
works, and sometimes it doesn't. I don't
The
understand.
technology, yeah.
Yeah, I got nothing.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
Nothing of substance.
Me and Bon will have to work on that one day and figure out why it doesn't work for everybody to hear your call. And I don't know why. Okay, so we're gonna do that. And
Yeah, Monique,
so
the ironic, oxymoronic dichotomy of the receding gums, colostomy bag, painkiller addicts, talking about 20-somethings in the tabloids. Like the two, like they go from all the, a colonoscopy every 2 weeks and all the old people problems, and then we're going to talk about Selena Gomez for 45 minutes.
what
That's the
is
same
this
show.
John Doe was talking about? They were giving out Ozfest tickets, and I had to ask Wendy to go with me to Ozfest live on the air on the Dick and Scubba show. Who the hell is that? She said yes, but I ended up not going. Why? Why would you do that?
Why?
She smells delicious. She smells like
You
blueberry
imagine?
muffins on a
Well,
Sunday morning.
Yeah, hey, at least you won't overeat if you're with her. You'll lose your appetite.
Oh, going anywhere with that would it's just vomitous to me.
Wow.
I cannot even articulate to you the smell of a Wendy.
Yeah, Sputnik
have it.
Stuttering John's going to be screening our calls tonight.
Yes.
You got it.
Arrogant jerk.
So try and be nice tonight when you call, okay? That's all. Just try.
What do you want to talk to Howard about?
That's right, Benjamin. Seventh caller tonight gets a Costco hot dog. Bonbons.
I'm not.
RadioGunk. What do you want?
Exactly. Yeah. Gunk show. What do you want? Gunk show. So the only clip I have from today, which everybody was talking about in the listening thread was, and I don't honestly think it's going to replace our most favorite.
They're good. 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 They're good.
How horrible is this?
They're good.
You know, I didn't do anything to change this either. This is like,
No, this is how it was. This was
it's just
live.
really
They're
just
good.
awful.
Good.
They're awful.
Good. Good.
He's
But we
the,
might have something that competes with that now.
he's the
we
Granville Waiters of improvisation.
So, okay. So let's listen to the new ad that came on. So it was at the very, very end of the show. And I was like, good God, I can't believe this isn't over yet. And he comes up with this. So here we go. It's a long clip, so we might have to break it up a little bit, but here we go.
A long morning. Anywho.
As a matter of fact, it's so long that I am going to now eat my chocolate peanut butter cup whilst Dennis drinks his wine.
Drinks my wine and says, don't ask. Yeah.
Everybody hates when I eat on air, so I'm going to just,
What are you eating, chocolate? Get that phlegm going?
Yeah.
Everyone, feel sorry for Howard. It's been a long morning. He doesn't get $1 million a show to do this horse shit.
3 hours.
Feel
He's
sorry
exhausted.
for him. Yes, the professional martyr. That's what he's implying right there. What is?
All right, well, here we go. I'm sure all of you heard this morning.
This Friday on Howard 101, Sal Governale is guest host on Sternthology Live. If you're a fan of Sal's, and I know many people
I ate a dark chocolate Trader Joe's peanut butter cups. There's nothing better.
are, why don't you tune into that? I think you'll love it. And finally, Robin, we must
Reese's.
mention Total Wine. I know you are involved with Total Wine. How many years?
I gotta say, they have the best informed staff, and they can help you with any recommendation you need whenever I follow their advice.
I want you to know that my friend who lives across the street from here is a wine connoisseur. Like, I am jealous of her knowledge of wines. I'm seriously jealous. And the 2 times I've ever been over to just kind of hang out with her, she has whipped out like a $200 or $300 bottle of wine.
You got to come over there with $2 Chuck and just
Yeah,
plop
right.
it down and just see what she does.
And she
with
says
no irony.
that there's really nowhere down here to buy wines. And what she usually does is when she goes to New York, she'll get a case of wine. They'll wrap it for her really, really well. And she brings it with her and puts it under the plane. It's cheaper for her to just put it underneath the plane and bring it home here than it is to pay for shipping. And because sometimes they won't ship it to Florida because of
I
the
know
weather.
some places to get wine here.
Yeah, but
Good
not
wine.
that. Well, that's the problem. So I always think to myself that Robin is like a crazy wine snob.
Yeah.
And I don't think Total Wines is actually the place to go for good wines.
It's good. No, it's good for just regular drinking wine.
I'll have
Nothing
a box
fancy,
of wine,
nothing-
please.
Nothing out. Nothing crazy. Just
Yeah,
good.
Monique, just
wine.
plop a box of Franzia on her island and see what she does. Big fucking pink box of Franzia.
You know what I've learned? I've learned
spout
in
open.
life that if people want to treat you to something good, let them.
Yes,
Because
exactly.
it's not me. And, I don't have a wine cellar. I don't have any of that stuff. I don't think in life I've ever bought a bottle of wine over $100. And, so if they want a treat for that, fuck it. Absolutely. I'll take it. Okay.
That's
here we
I
go.
had a friend who owned a bar and he would replace Kettle One with Georgie and nobody noticed.
Oh, that's not right. Actually,
He did it all the
Actually,
time.
he could really get arrested for that. That's a really
He
bad.
got away with it, but you're absolutely right.
It's
And nobody
kind of-
knew.
Yeah, that's kind of illegal. All right. Here we go.
Everyone compliments the wine selection.
No.
Right, Robin. Come on, everybody. Let's sing the Total Wine theme song. I'll start it. Total Wine. Total Wine. You're so fine. Total Wine. So many bottles. I go full throttle. Total Wine. You're so fine. Yes. Everybody loves the Total Wine theme song. Everybody knows the Total Wine theme song.
Most people actually carry Camus now. As a matter of fact, I saw Camus at Costco. So I don't know if they're just producing more or something, but they definitely have that now.
Monique, was that Steve
I'll look it up on my
Nowicki
app.
putting together
Opus
a
One.
guitar riff for that?
I feel like this is just that basic muzak that
That was 9 Inch. It was a 9 Inch Nails knockoff attempt. Did you hear the riff in the beginning?
Oh, here
It
we
was
go.
definitely
This-
like it was a little 9 Inch. It was like 10%, no, 20% 9 Inch Nails. You could hear.
Let me
like,
give you some
Then
more.
it's Nowicki. It's
Yeah.
Nowicki.
Yeah.
Cabernet, Chardonnay, bourbon. Yes, I said bourbon. All their guides are so good.
Yep, Opus One.
There is one
Yep.
in your hood. Total Wine,
Yep.
Total Wine, Total Wine is so fine. Total Wine.
Okay, we get
Can you
it.
imagine? I know.
Better than
Stop it now.
vagine.
Better than
Total
vagina.
Wine.
Freaking horrible.
Don't fight.
I can't. You're
Think
right,
about all the
keep
anal.
going.
Think about all the anal he and
All right.
Ralph had to this in 1996.
Exactly. So, Coach asked me if they have Opus One. Yes, they do. They have Opus One at Total Wine.
Yes,
Opus
they
One
do.
2019, $399 a bottle. Opus One 2016, $1,099.97 a bottle.
Sure, why not?
I won't be
Sure.
buying those.
Sure.
That is it's $1,996 too much for me. Anything over
So,
$3 I don't like spending.
how much is the Camus?
Camus? Hold on. Pull up a little Camus.
That's right, Tamara Francois. This is white people problems.
Yeah, we have white
Exactly.
people problems. This is important stuff here.
It's not us. You know, somebody gifted me a bottle of wine, and it was just phenomenal. It was absolutely delicious, and it was.
All right.
Of course,
Camus.
I googled it. Camus, how much?
Cabernet Sauvignon 2020, $73.97.
No, look for the Chardonnay.
Crazy Robin goes, there's never a vagina. There's never a vagina.
Chardonnay.
Or maybe it's.
I don't think they have
Pinot?
the Chardonnay. No, I don't see it. I don't see a Chardonnay. I don't see Chardonnay.
Stroh's.
Stroh's 30-pack.
Milwaukee's
Farm.
back.
Oh my God, Boone's Farm apple wine was the best when we were kids. Holy shit!
Oh, that's a headache, though.
Yeah, and then Tango. Does anybody remember Tango?
No, I don't.
No, I
Tango
don't.
was like.
Thankfully, I avoided that.
Tango literally is something that if you passed by a drunk homeless man on the street, he would have a bottle of it in his hands. But it was so cheap, and it was like almost grain alcohol. It was a bottled version of a screwdriver. It was vodka and orange drank or of some sort.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
It was brutal.
So
What did
it-
you drink when you were a kid? Like, what was your drink? Yeah, what did you drink?
Me?
Yeah, we were Boone's Farm and pink champagne.
Oh, Jesus. Well, I mean, I always had wine and stuff when I was at home, so I never really, it really was, I'm sorry, it's stereotypical. I never really, but you know, when I went to college, it was Boone's Farm, and what else was it? It was mainly Boone's Farm. That's
Yeah,
all
Boone's
I
Farm
remember
apple
is
wine
Boone-
was really disgusting.
Yeah, it was just awful. Oh
I
my
have
God, that
vomited my
hangover.
fair share of Boone's Farm, for sure.
It was Boone's Farm. Oh, and also on Southern Comfort, which I still can't drink to this
Oh,
day.
I can't drink Southern Comfort. I can't even
Not
look at it.
anymore.
I can't even smell it from a distance.
No.
I don't think there's anything
That's
worse
puking
than that.
water.
What?
That's like puking water. That's
It is
Yeah, it
puking
is.
water.
For that, you end
Yes,
up
yes,
puking.
it
John, what
is.
did you drink, John?
Courvoisier, Patron, and Old English.
Yeah,
no.
right.
Colt 45, right, Benjamin?
Colt 45.
Well,
Billy
in terms
Williams.
of beer, Mike, can I say beer? My town was all about Milwaukee's Best. That a case for $2.50 or something like that. It's like
Oh,
skunk.
Milwaukee's Beast. Yeah, we
Yeah,
had that
Beast.
too.
The
Oh my
Beast.
God, the
Plop
Beast.
down on your friend's island, Monique. A case of Milwaukee's Best. Carlo Rossi.
Coach, I cannot tell you
you-
how sick I got on Alabama Slammers
Oh.
at the Underground, which was like this disco we all used to go to in the city, and we would get so shit faced, and one day it was just too much because of course we didn't eat, and then we didn't go out until like 11 o'clock at night, and and then we would usually call my mom at like 3 a.m. to come pick us up, and she would drive into the city and come get us. Yeah.
Well, they had like when I was underage, and you used to just have to have a colored wristband to get into the bar near USF. That's where I went to school. They go and you go there and you get kamikazes. I still can't drink those. Because literally, you'd have like they're sweet, and you'd have like 12 of them.
Yeah, because it's too sweet. That's like the Louisiana. That's like New Orleans and the hurricanes and shit. The slushy hurricanes. You drink it too fast, goes right to your forehead. That's part of drinking coach. That's phase 3.
Wait, drinking coach thing. Don't ever have the blue things from New Orleans on Bourbon.
Oh yeah.
Don't ever drink the blue thing.
Oh, I can't see. What are they called?
No, hand grenades are fine. Those are I've had many of those. Those are fine. It's the blue thing. There's a blue drink. I don't know what it is. It's a blue drink.
Blue thing.
It's not a hurricane? It's not the hurricane?
Hurricanes are red.
It's a version of the hurricane. It's similar to it, though. It's just blue.
Yeah, you know what? I learned a long time ago when I used to go to like those all-inclusive places like in the Caribbean or whatever. It's like all that shit is like rot gut alcohol.
Yes.
You know, it's not good for you. If you can't keep it pure, you know, and keep it to like, although I have to tell you, lately I've been very into like Mai Tais and rum runners, and I don't know why. It's just something like sweet and delicious.
Monique, were you grandfathered into the drinking age?
I'm sorry, what?
Were you grandfathered into the drinking age? Like my sister.
Oh my God! When I turned 18, it went to 19. When I turned 19, it went to
exactly
21.
What happened to my sister. Yep.
Yes.
That's so bizarre.
Yeah, but it didn't matter for us. I mean, we never got proofed going into a club ever.
You and Rosie Perez.
Yeah, no, it was never.
No proof before.
Oh my God, Club Med, Coach, Club Med.
I had a greenback. Harvey Wallbanger. That's a David drink.
Gut rot.
Harvey Wallbanger.
Josh Foster. Remy Lounge downtown was small, but I had what ended up being the best nights at that place. Where's Remy Lounge? Downtown New York? Downtown
Was that
New York
in like
City?
Soho, Josh?
Where do you live, Josh? I don't even know. Are you a New Yorker?
I don't know where it is.
Well, he says downtown. We're so arrogant in New York. We just say downtown, and we assume you think New York.
Downtown
like no other city has a downtown.
There's never a time, it doesn't matter where I am in the country or anywhere else, and somebody asks me where I'm from. It's like the city.
I agree with
automatically assume
the city, right? I agree with Chaka here. I'm just looking for the perpetual buzz now, and that's part of the drinking coach.
David, I'm more of a medieval mead person myself.
I ordered a rusty nail one time in the East Village because I heard it on a show. And the hot Asian bartender goes, "A rusty nail? What are you, 85?"
Exactly. My Guinea uncles used to.
Chaka Khan, I too love a spicy margarita. I love a jalapeno margarita. The spicier, the better. And there's something weird going on with jalapenos. They're not quite as spicy as they used to be. Now they're like a little bit fatter and a little bit more genetically...
Genetic modified. No.
I think they are. They're Geo jalapenos now. They're not nearly as spicy. I could literally chew on a jalapeno now.
Mudslides, Rick the Electrician. That's the only time I've done acid.
Fattening.
That's the only time I've done mushrooms in my life.
Yeah.
Somebody slipped them in there.
That and the buttery nipple. Those are pretty fattening too.
Buttery nipple. So I just had an old-fashioned version of an old-fashioned the other day, and it was
old-fashioned
bourbon with my most favorite like nighttime little drinky drink, which is 43 liqueur.
Greenwich Street, God. Monique.
Oh my God,
West
so
Village.
Oh yeah, see, I never really went to the West Village that much. It wasn't really in my.
Josh, are you a fruit basket? What are you doing in Greenwich Street? I'm just kidding.
Wait, isn't a shot of whiskey dropped in Guinness like a car bomb?
Yes.
I've never been a beer drinker. I can't drink beer.
Molotov cocktail.
It makes me pee. And then once you pee on beer, yeah, I know, but once you pee, it's all over.
The floodgates
you break the seal.
It's different when you're a guy and you can whip your dick out pretty much anywhere and pee against a tree.
True.
You know, if you're a girl and you have to pee, you got to wait on that fucking line, which is always like 50 people deep.
True.
So you can't drink beer. It's just not something you can drink unless you drink it at the beach, and then at least you can go in the water and pee if you have to. That's it.
Exactly.
I hate
How
beer
about
too, Sandler.
Skeet Boot? How about Long Island iced teas with you guys? It's all
Oh,
just
Long
pure
Island
alcohol.
iced
6
teas.
levels.
Yum.
Ooh.
Yum.
When I used to go to New Orleans, my friends, 4 times a year, the first thing we do, we get off the plane, we go to the Cat's Meow, and they had 3-for-1 Long Island iced teas, and they came in a 32-ounce cup.
Damn.
Oh yeah, that was a long night.
How do you
Jesus
not take
Christ.
advantage of that? How do you not take advantage?
Oh, we
of that?
did.
No,
That is some shitty alcohol though too. That's
Oh, it was
like
awful alcohol.
that is like great. You might as well just drink rubbing alcohol with like a twist of
absolutely.
lime. Seriously, it's just
Oh my God, I felt so bad the next day.
God, that's
So
such
bad.
shit. I can't drink that stuff anymore. And actually, since I stopped drinking, really, it's like I appreciate. No, but I appreciate a good drink though now. Like I appreciate drinking a drink, like you with that wine right now. And here
Now
you
you
are
just do
drinking a
Jell-O
nice pour of wine right there. I might add.
Absolutely.
So
The only way to do it.
what I do is I usually get the little Gindaloon jelly jar glass so that I'm not drinking that because that pour is like almost a half a bottle.
I got
It's a
nothing
quarter of
but
a-
5
it's a quarter
stars.
of a bottle.
Yes, that's
It's a quarter.
It's a quarter
And
bottle.
I usually use the little Gindaloon things, but on the air, I wanted to class it up a little bit.
What does it say on your
Classy.
glass?
It says, "Don't ask, bad day, good day. Don't ask,
Don't ask.
don't ask."
LA City News. You could use my Armgria to get you back in.
Yes, tell everybody about
I got
your
five,
Armgria.
5 stars on Zagat's. It's just huge glass ice, half red wine, and half Diet Mountain Dew, and then you mix it.
Oh my
back,
God.
Switch it back. It's phenomenal. I've got
There's a
nothing but rave
Groupon. There's a
reviews on it.
Groupon if you want his coaching prowess. I think you can
Wait,
get a
Dorian
Groupon.
Morgan brings up the most evil liquor out there, Everclear.
Oh, I've never had that.
That stuff is dangerous because I was when I was in college, we made Hunch Punch, and we were over in Daytona. And you can get 180 proof over there, and a bunch of fruit in a garbage can, and bottles and bottles of that stuff.
You know who's a prolific drinker is Biznick. You ever see his Instagram?
Biznick is a
Holy shit. God
Biznick
damn,
is a
he makes it
brilliant
look good.
drinker.
He
is.
really is. That's a guy like you, Dennis, who does not need my help on any level.
No, he doesn't need coaching. He doesn't need
Doesn't
coaching.
need coaching.
Okay, how old were you guys, and what age did you start drinking?
I tried it in high
Yes.
school, and it didn't work well. And I waited till I was legal, and then I went crazy.
Like,
For
what do
me,
you mean,
it
like
was,
drinking?
Mickey's in 11th grade.
11th
Like
grade.
on my own, or like just in the at home?
I would
'cause
say
I
just go for it. Just go for whatever. Not
Well,
in
I started.
home. Not
I mean,
in
I started
home.
drinking
Out
wine
with your
when I was.
friends.
They started.
You
Oh,
gotta
my
drink with your
friends.
You can't- I mean, if you're drinking by yourself,
Yeah.
No. I was drinking with my family.
That's an
Like,
issue.
he always had wine. No, probably like 14.
I would say
and it was just
14
beer.
too.
Yeah,
I
it
would
was
say
just
14.
beer.
Oh, my George Thorogood over here. But you don't have to worry about driving at all, Monique. That's the great
No.
thing about the city.
No.
I actually waited
driving.
till I was legal. I
Yes.
didn't want to deal with the fake ID shit, and I just said, no,
What?
I'll
I
wait my
love
turn.
a nice primitivo hanker for a hunk of cheese, but I like the layer cake primitivo, which is an Argentinian primitivo, I believe. The one that is from France with the original primitivo grape is not nearly as tasty. It's just not for me personally. But I don't drink that.
My dad used to drink Schmitz. Remember Schmitz?
Schmitz.
Yeah,
Schmitz,
Schmitz
is
was
not
a
Schlitz.
Schmitz.
No, Schmitz.
Schmitz.
It's a New York
I'm
beer.
only familiar with Schlitz.
I remember that there was
Scad.
a brewery in Long Island City, maybe.
Yes. There's a
Wasn't
sign
there?
for it in Old New York. Yes, I just saw a video of Old New York, and they were driving over. I guess it was the 59th Street Bridge. Is that what goes? Down?
Yes.
Right,
Yes,
and it
yes,
showed the
yes.
Schmitz. I just saw that. You're
That's so
absolutely right.
funny.
I swear to God.
Because my dad drank Schmitz and he drank Budweiser Nips, which were
Yeah,
8-ounce
yeah.
bottles. 8-ounce bottles of Budweiser.
Oh
8
wow.
ounce.
I've never
Yes.
seen that.
It-
Oh my
and
God,
they-
Coach! Yes,
70s.
Coach. Diners in New York City at 4:00 in the morning.
Hey,
there was
why don't we
nothing
take calls
like
and
it.
people can talk to us about alcohol?
We can do that. We can.
We can.
do
Yeah,
it.
let's
I mean, why
let's
not?
do
I'm
it. Let's do a
primed.
couple
Yeah,
calls
yeah.
and then we'll go to cleaning out the computer.
Just turn
Okay.
into
Yeah,
a
little known
spread-
secret too about
This is
diners,
cream
Monique.
ale.
Beer is
Yeah.
cheap in diners. You can get $2 bottles. I remember in the early 2000s wanting to continue my buzz at 4:30 in the morning, and it was about $2 Budweisers at any diner you went to every time.
Jesus.
Every time.
Yeah.
I just remember those damn disco fries, which were like poutines in Canada.
Disco fries.
Oh my God,
disco
the cheese and the
fries.
brown gravy. Oh my God.
Late at night, those were the best things to have.
I have to tell you,
Okay.
if I could literally fit those into my stomach now, I would eat those all. Just such a delicious taste, and I stopped myself from ever ordering that. All right, my
What's
friends.
Every question for everybody: what's the longest you've been drunk? Like,
Oh, that's a good question.
continuously
Great
drunk?
question.
Continuously drunk.
For me, I'll start first. It was in Buenos Aires. We started the day before St. Patrick's Day, and we were drunk until the day after St. Patrick's Day.
So you're
Straight
talking about
through.
72-hour span of time?
We were on hiatus, so we had like a few days off, and we started the night before St. Patrick's. I have pictures. It's just the most random shit. I remember one of the bars we went to, there was a urinal in the middle of the hall to go into the bathrooms. In the beginning of the night, you're like, why is that even there? Like a few hours later, like, this is the best idea ever. Just in front of everybody. It was really awesome.
And you stayed drunk.
Yeah.
Did you eat throughout that time?
I don't remember. I remember
Stella Rocker?
I remember pausing from drinking to go to my room because mine's the only room that had all blackouts in my hotel room, and we would just smoke weed there for a few hours. Then we would
I
came
like
back.
this.
Oh, see, drinking and
back down and
smoking
hit
weed,
it
that's a
running
lethal
again.
combination for me. I'm not a good weed person. And I love a key lime pie, a key lime martini.
looked
That is
good.
my favorite.
Well, that
that is
looked good.
my absolute favorite type of
damn.
martini thing. All right, phone lines are open, pals. You know who you
So-
are. Call us at 252 Gunk Radio, which is 252-486-5736.
I have an experience in New Orleans. We went there for St. Patrick's Day weekend, which also is St. Patrick's Day, Ides of March, and St. Joseph's Day parades.
Hold on, we have a phone call.
I got a phone call.
It always makes me chuckle when somebody's calling in, I have to tell you.
All right.
Hello, you are on the air.
Is this Gunk Radio?
Yes.
Just checking.
On
Okay.
that note, thanks for
Sirius
watching.
counts that as a phone call, though. We just pad our stats with that.
Don't
I got a
forget to like
topic
and
for you guys to
subscribe.
give you a baseline. Give us your stern jump the shark moment when you started.
Yeah, that
hating
would
the
be
show.
good.
Or
That's a
drinking
good story.
Or drinking story.
Or
Or
drinking story.
drinking stuff. Usually I can't keep up with the phone lines. I cannot believe that nobody is calling in.
It's crazy.
What's with you people?
But yeah, so we landed on the plane. We immediately started drinking 3-for-1s. I passed out on the plane on the way back. Like,
I don't think I've ever been that
4
drunk.
days later. I don't remember anything from that weekend.
I am such a control freak. I can't do that. I can't not be in control of my faculties ever. I just can't do it.
Anybody been in New Orleans? How do you not drink the entire time you're
yeah.
there? It's impossible.
I have
Whoa.
been in New Orleans.
Bro.
Oop, hold on. We have a phone call.
Oh.
Hold on.
Stu.
Hi, you're on the air.
I am Dr. Remulak.
Slows up.
Dr. Remulak. I am Dr. Remulak.
Okay, that's a
Guess
little
when he
creepy
started
and
John to-
scary.
For this,
What?
You know how many years ago that was? 28 years
that
ago.
was like 20 years ago at least.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
Dr. Remulak.
At least 20
Whatever
years.
happened to the Remulak guy?
They just retired it.
Remulak.
No, he was a weirdo. And do you think he
only
was
got
just
real
some...
weirdo?
Remember?
Thank you, caller.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And that's a Star Trek reference, right?
Yeah,
What?
AGT is a good one.
Oh, hold
Laundry
on.
room.
Uh-oh.
One of
All right,
has
here we
gotta
go.
be good.
Hi, you're on the air.
Hello.
Hello.
Hey, quick question, or two questions. One quick comment. So regarding bars and restaurants,
Yeah.
guarantee you, 95% of the bars, restaurants you go to will fill their Kettle Ones with Georgie.
Told you, Monique.
Guaranteed. That's an experience.
As
in
soon
New
as they
York City
start
and
losing money.
Secondly,
He's right.
second question. Did anybody watch the Jackie Martling on Anthony show recently?
Oh,
I think in
no,
the
I
last
still
month or
haven't.
two.
No, tell us.
No.
Oh, I love Jackie. Was interested. And wow, dude. it's
Any new
definitely,
dirt?
I mean, hit the wall. I don't know. You got to watch it. I was interested to see what he says, but I couldn't get through 5 minutes of it.
Oh, God.
Is he
Love
losing it a
it.
little bit, you think?
Losing a step. I'm not saying he's crazy. It's just like I was interested to see what he was going to say about his life, but I could not get through 5 minutes
How
of
old
it.
is Jackie, though,
Sweet.
now? Seriously.
75.
I think he
75.
said on the show.
75.
Again, something within the last
You
month or two
know.
that was released on the
We said happy
Anthony
birthday
show.
to him on
I
here,
just
75
came
years
up on my stream. So second question real quick. Bond, how is he involved in the Stern universe, being from Australia?
That's
What's
a great
your
question.
You know what? That's a great question, and I'm
That's a
going to tell
great
you
question.
something. Okay, so we at RadioGunk.com in the forum section, we used to get some really fantastical trolls from Australia. So
Absolutely.
we decided at some point that we were not going to approve anybody from anywhere other than America and Canada.
And Central Iceland.
And Central Iceland, of course, and Shirley Mastic, and I don't know how he slipped through the cracks, to be honest with you, but he kind of slid into our
VPN.
lives. He
Right?
slid
He's a
into our
VPN.
lives somehow, and I don't know how. Why don't I remember this?
It's amazing because I mean, I go back. I'm not saying I'm the ultimate. You know, I think Arm knows more than me. Definitely, I don't know about you personally, but
It's all.
I go back to like '89. And then,
That's pretty good.
When you go to school, you go to work.
That's
you can't
pretty
see every
good.
minute.
That's
You
pretty
can,
good.
You know, record some things, and it's just like this guy knows some deep cuts that I don't know. Like, how is that?
You know what I feel? What happens with people that are from overseas or something? They kind of. It's kind of like listening to a podcast and you run through it and you binge watch it.
Yes.
You know, people can binge listen to Howard and then all of a sudden your knowledge of it is like fresh in your mind as opposed to
Correct.
shit we listened to once,
30
25 years ago or 30 years ago.
Actually, shit, a lot of it's 35 years ago.
Right,
Speaking of
Think
real
about
quick,
that.
One more
40
quick
years
thing for you.
ago.
I know you got the callers. Do you catch, or do
Well,
any
to-
one of
to-
the guys there catch any of these content people that provide like old tapes from like the 80s and 90s? I think one. I don't know if you want me to mention the names of their things on YouTube. I think one of them's like Milk Crate Marauders. I want to say, but the old content, like there's like 5 hours of content from
Yeah,
that
that's
era.
Todd
It's
Packer.
Amazing to listen to. Like, and
But
it's
isn't it
amazing
weird?
to-
5 hours winds up being only like a day and a half worth of
Yeah.
content.
I
Yeah,
usually
that's,
go to sleep to it. Actually, it's almost like
Yep.
the rhythm of I don't know, like listening to raindrop because I remember I guess those are easier days for me.
Totally.
So I will tell you, there is a
Yeah.
radio channel on. The girl always emails me to promote it, but there's a radio channel that you can go to which has full Stern shows by year, and
Wow.
and it's been up for forever. It's not on YouTube, so it's not something that's kind of subject to Howard being a douchebag. All right, thank you for calling in. We appreciate it. Have a good day.
Thank you so
you.
much, Mo. I'm the guy actually who contacts you through what's it? InstaJunk.
Who are you in the chat?
Instagram. I recently contacted you with I thought Fred wasn't on the show anymore.
Oh, yes. Okay. Yes, I
that's me.
I never go into my DMs, so apologies if I don't reply, just so
Oh
you know.
no, thank you for
It's
talking to me. I appreciate
Oh,
it.
he
All right,
can't
have a
hear
great
you.
night.
Because you don't even answer your text messages, so it's okay.
Exactly.
It's
Okay,
fine.
phone lines
Crazy-
are open. 252
Robin-
Gunk Radio.
Crazy Robin
252-486
said,
5736. John, shush.
I think it's
To be fair,
Well, somebody just
to be
asked
fair,
me.
because of
Coach just
time zone?
asked, where's the. Huh?
What?
Who?
What? What?
252-486-5736. Crazy Robin said she found us because of Jackie. She did a deep
Okay,
dive on
awkward.
Jackie, and somehow it led to us, which is
Oh, really?
phenomenal. Yeah,
I'm always curious how people find us, to be honest with you.
that's a great story.
It's, I haven't heard Jackie in a little while. He's been contacting me on text, and we chat every once in a while just about chit-chatty stuff. What I did want to tell. Oh, hold on, we have a
Oh,
phone
there's
call.
a call.
Remind me to tell you about Jackie in a moment. Hold on. Hello, you're on the air. Hello. Hello.
He blinded me with silence. dude.
Hello.
Oh,
Stage
it's ringing in.
Okay. I don't see the ringer.
You don't see the ringer?
That's a good topic too, Monique. How did you find us?
I hear the ringer.
I hear
No,
the
it's
ringer.
T-Mobile
but-
ringer. That's a T-Mobile ringer.
Who are these podcasts? Ed Rooney. Grace brought Ben Benjamin to the show, Monique.
Nice.
I'm not showing the call.
I
I don't
hear
even know
it.
how to pick it up.
You know can pick up?
I know I cannot pick up. There
How
it
about
is,
that
okay.
one? Do you see that?
Okay, quiet.
Every show's a first
Peanut
show.
Gallery. Hello, you're on the air. Hello. Hello, you're on the air. Hello?
Who am I, Mitch Kramer over here? This is that. This is Skeet Boot in the chat.
Hi.
Hey, hi. I do have a kind of a serious, if you wouldn't call it that, Howard Stern question. Do you guys think that and if you talked about this, I'm sorry, but the Teddy / Artie Lang fight, do you guys think that was real or staged?
I think it was real.
Yeah, I think it was real too.
Really?
It was real.
Yeah.
That was real.
You could see the terror in Howard's voice. He didn't want to get sued.
And you could see, and Artie was
Angry.
tweaking.
Yep.
Tweaking
angry.
and angry. Yeah.
I do believe. I mean, the question was when do we think that we jumped the shark with Howard?
Yeah.
Kind of after that is when I think it kind of went downhill.
That's a good answer.
That's a good answer because, Artie started really, back on his heroin kick. He would fall asleep all the time. It was, they were laughing at him and not with him anymore. And, Artie was probably 50% of the reason I even went to Sirius because I loved him so much. And he was like he was a great feature player at that time of the show. All right. Thank you for your call. I'm going to pick up somebody else. Thank you.
That was a Days of Confused reference, Mitch.
Hello. You're on the air. Hello, hello. Hello, hello. Okay. Nobody there. All right.
Yeah, what's stopping him from using a VPN, Monique Bond? Like someone said earlier, pretend he's from Atlanta. He could easily do that, right?
Oh, for sure.
But
All right.
The same VPN.
I'll tell you off air, John.
How you bust a VPN?
Hello, you're on the air.
Yep.
Hi, my name is Sharon, and I'm your daughter.
That's Richard Simmons.
Chubby pickle.
Hello, you're on the air.
Hi, this is Stanley from the West Winter Haven, Florida Depression Hotline, and I'm calling for Mr. Dennis. Unfortunately, we've had many of Dennis's family and friends have been calling us and telling us that due to his being forced by this Monique person to listen to Howard Stern every day, he's becoming incredibly depressed. Now, we would like to sit down with Mr. Dennis and possibly this Monique woman, whoever she may be, and speak in length about why she is forcing this poor Dennis fellow to listen to this trash every single day for her amusement. Is there some way we can set this up, ma'am?
Are you a licensed clinician, sir?
Hello, ma'am. This is not me, ma'am.
I suspect you're not.
Ma'am, I'm trying to be serious here. Oh, jeez. This woman's a lunatic. No wonder this is going crazy.
Is that a
Dennis, can you hear me?
Hello? Hey, Monique?
Yes?
Hey, it's me, Sin Luhu. Remember me? Remember when I grabbed your ass at Danceteria in 1985?
The Danceteria. The Danceteria. I have a sneaking suspicion that was not the real Sin Luhu, and I hate
the
men.
Farcical call.
Yeah, it's a farcical call.
It's farcical.
It's Al Michaels.
I just want you to know before we came on air, Dennis was like, don't let the phone calls get out of control. Try and keep like a
a
even
serious
keel.
manner.
He's keeping him in a serious
so professional.
manner.
Keep it semi
Oh, God. Oh, my God. I'm like sweating. Oh, hold on a second.
Those were actually funny, though.
Yeah.
Could
Hi,
you
you're on
imagine
the
Howard
air.
doing this for 5 minutes?
No.
Hello? Okay, I'm ending. Hi, you're on the air.
How you doing, Mo? I just want to let you guys know that Stace is preparing a get together for the feast of the 69 fishes, And,
Hi, you're on the air.
Hi, this is Grace.
1955, just walked in the door.
Wow. Great.
How about that Stacy Lang reference, Artie's sister?
Stace.
Fashion.
Me and Stace. Okay, here we go. Hi, you're on the air.
Hello, Mo. It's the coach.
Oh, hey, Coach. Hi.
It's Coach.
Listen, I just want to say you're lovely, you're wonderful, and the guys are great too. That's all.
Oh, thanks, Coach. See, but now you can always call in and well, we rarely do the call-in thing, to be honest with you. This is just one of those days where we had nothing else going on. But thanks for calling. Thanks, Coach.
Yes, and I do remember Limelight, and of course every other great place in Manhattan too.
Oh my
you guys
God.
have a good night, you guys.
Bye,
you guys are
Coach.
great.
Thank you.
Limelight.
Oh, Limelight. That was my jam. Everybody knows Limelight was my space. That was
Coach sounds like every tough and tender beat cop from the 80s and late
tough
70s.
and tender.
Yeah.
Yes, tough and tender.
Yeah.
Hi, you're on the air.
Hey, Mo, it's me again. Just real quick, I just heard the question about Jump the Shark moment for the Stern Show.
Yeah.
Should have probably canceled way before this, but then I started to realize, what the hell am I listening to? I think it was about 3 years ago, it was the COVID days, when he had on the girl from the kissing booth from Netflix movie.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
God, that was terrible.
What happened?
3 years. 3 years is too
like
soon.
3 years ago.
It's too soon. That's too soon.
I
That's
should have canceled like way before. I'm like, I'm paying
Yeah.
10, 19, whatever hell money I was paying. I'm like, this is ridiculous. And I think I finally canceled last summer.
Good
Before
for
last
you.
summer. When I heard about the break for 2 months, I'm like, screw
A-
this.
ask him.
It's all
Ask him how many
horrible.
letters
Oh my God,
he's.
I can't
Oh,
put
Hey,
into
thank
words
you. I'm going to
properly.
pick up another call. Thank you.
I wonder how many letters he got from Sirius begging him to come back.
Yeah, no kidding. Hello, you're on the air.
We need you to come back.
Hey, I just had a question. Mo, you always talk about how you have seen Stern people and Stern-related people in person, and I just have never heard if Dennis, Arm, or Xavier have seen any of them in person.
I have.
And I was just curious about that, and if there was any stories. I'll go now. Thanks.
Oh, you'll take your answer off air. Thank you. All right,
Oh, okay.
guys.
I met
have.
Gary at the porn expo that my friend Mike had tickets through CBS. That's where Opie and Anthony were adjacent from it. I had just called Billy Baldwin and had that FME thing, so he knew me from that. Then Gary went out to smoke, and my friend Mike and I ran after him. Going, Gary, you smoke? Gary, that was the Benny Hill thing. He went, dun, 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 dun. I met High Pitch Eric and
Jesus.
Hank at a strip club once, and High Pitch was asking me for money the entire time I was there, and I had to shoo him away. He's absolutely as creepy as you think he is.
I'm sure. I've never seen him in person.
And I saw
Dennis?
Ralph zonked out on acid at a payphone on Fifth
nice.
Avenue.
Nice.
Well, I'm thinking is the only one I met was Richie Wilson.
Richie
when I
with
went to his
me. Yeah,
place.
well, we went to dinner with him. All right. Hang
Because
on
I
a
really
second.
never
I'm going to pick up a call.
pick it up.
Hi, you're on the air.
Hey, Mo, it's Autobot Al.
Hi, Autobot Al.
What's up, guys?
Hi.
Hey, X, give me some Bruce.
X. Xavier, do you hear him?
He means Bruce Hurst, not Springsteen.
I think Xavier would.
No, anyways, I just want to say I found you. The way I found you guys was I was just looking up YouTube clips
No,
on how Stern has lost his edge, basically, and gotten all weak.
And then here you are. Here you are with us, sir. Aren't you happy that you...
Yes, and that's how I found you guys, just ripping on Stern, and I loved it, and I got hooked. So.
All right, you're awesome. Thank you so much for paying attention to us. We
Autobots,
appreciate it.
roll out.
Autobots. Okay, Xavier,
Thank
you didn't
you,
get to answer the
Optimus.
question. Did you ever meet anybody from the Stern Show? Xavier.
I obviously you
Is he
met
doing
Casey.
his
We both met
taxes?
Casey.
I know what he's doing. Hi, you're on the air.
NBC is outside.
Okay, that was creepy.
Oh, well,
Hi, you're on the air. Hello? Hello? Hello?
Nope.
Okay. Nope. All right,
I want to say
Whiskers.
thank you to A. Smith, Monique, for his donation in the beginning. He's such a sweet guy. He's on the Deppening all the time. He's one of our mensch.
Hang on. Hi, you're on the air.
Be safe, be brave, and above all, be proud to be a gunk lover.
Hello, hello, hello.
Be true to your feelings. Times will change. And your oppression will end. But if you're a man, be safe, be brave,
Be brave.
and above all,
brave.
be proud to be a boy
To
lover.
be
If you're a
a
boy,
boy lover.
do not
Yes.
Sorry, my neighbor changed their Wi-Fi password. Did someone ask the question?
Yeah, I'm going to come back to it in 1 second. Let me pick up a call. Hi, you're on the air.
Hey there, sweetheart.
Hi,
Ooh,
darling.
You sound sexy.
What?
This is Mr. Tannenbaum from the Shady Acres Retirement Home. I'm the activities director down here in Alabama. How are you doing tonight, sweetheart?
A Jew from Alabama. Look at that.
I'm great. What's going
Oxymoron.
Shuley's
Well,
gonna go there.
we're pretty old. We used to listen to this Howard Stern fella when we was younger, 40, 50, 60 years ago and that. And we remember this bit he did where this fucking idiot, his name was Shuley. He went and actually weighed shit. So we're trying to get somebody down here so we can humiliate them. We can't find anybody who will weigh our shits for us. So can you put us in touch with this Shuley feller? We'll pay him, minimum wage, just like Howard did, to get them down here. And we're going to get High Pitch Eric, and we're going to get the rest of the whack packers that are still alive, and we're going to have Shuley weigh shits for the whole retirement home.
We will do that. Thank you, sir. Hi, you're on the air.
Yes, g'day. I'd like to venture a query to the fifth man of your operation. Perhaps he's known by the moniker Mary Ann from Canberra, or perhaps Adelaide. I'd like to ask him which two teams he believes will make it into the EFL Grand Final.
Hello, you're on the air.
Is that Hugh Jackman?
Wow.
Hello? Okay, nobody there. Xavier, the question was, have you ever met anybody from the Stern Show in person?
Stuttering John and Ralph.
Where did you meet Ralph?
Comic-Con.
Oh, okay. San Diego is a
How tall is Ralph?
mothership.
He's lanky and tall. He's a tall dude.
6'2".
But his face is like, it's like like when they dropped all the bombs in Vietnam? His face is just whacked.
Really?
Did you have any repartee with him, X? Did you engage him at all?
Say, oh, you're Ralph. And
Did he have a booth, or was he just walking around?
No, he'll walk around like he's being chased by someone.
Right.
He just walks around
Seriously?
very nervously, like just walking around like all.
Boy, is he
he's
afraid that
of
somebody's
that.
going to notice him because they're all
Yeah,
so
something like
entitled
that.
and think that
Yeah.
there's something?
I thought maybe because he was a little tweaked.
He looks like Jack Skellington. He
Really?
does. Yeah.
I had a greenback said
Tell me the story that you met him. What, Johnny?
I had a greenback said she had Steve Dahl sign his own album Fish Sticks at a concert. Oh my! I didn't even know he had an album.
Ida, I would kill to have Steve Dahl on. I seriously would. I wish you knew
it's
somebody
possible.
who knew him. I would die to have him. Hello, you're on the air.
Yeah, I just want to address something Opie said in your Zoom call there.
Yes.
I find it odd that he says he has problems with Anthony's racial views when Anthony got in his orbit by sending in a blackface rendition of "Gonna Electrocute OJ." And
that's a great point.
Point of this, as the show got bigger, the main point of the laugh by.
What?
That's apparently, this is how we got on the show. Anthony and his brother Joe Cumia were in a band together called Rotgut. You said before, and they did an OJ parody tape, and it was utterly racist. And apparently, Opie brought Anthony into the fold because of this, is what he's saying.
Oh, so basically, he knew that this was something that he was like, and he should have known that from day one. Probably.
Like the sanctimony of calling him a rape, but not that it's,
Wait, Ralph is 6'2", or you're?
Yeah, it's about
6'2",
6'2".
Ralph? Rick.
Well, Howard likes his twinks tall.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because when they're down on their knees, it's kind of like an even thing.
About the right height.
Hold on. Hello, you're on the air.
Hey, Mo, real quick. Just your stories about partying and hanging out in New York City. You're a little older than me, but I can attest to that because I remember being 15 and going to bars in Manhattan and like nobody approved me. Yes, I look a little older. I have facial hair, but
Nobody ever approved us. It was never an issue.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Did you ever go to the Fun House?
Bathhouse.
No, I wasn't much of a club kind of guy. I was more like a bar, like old man.
Oh,
bar
bars?
kind of guy.
Bars never proved. That's not even an issue. All right, thanks for
My
calling in. I have to pick up another call. I'm so sorry. Hi, you're on the air.
Hi, guys. I was just curious. Have any of you ever met any of those rabid fans that used to show up at his rallies? And if you have you spoken to any of them recently? And are they still listeners of his?
Well, Mutt.
Well, yeah, we had a conversation with. Thank you for the call. I'm so sorry I hung up on you. I didn't mean to. Yeah, we had a conversation with Mutt, but it's kind of weird. The last time I had taken some photos of Howard and Beth going into what was it, the Tonight Show?
Letterman.
No, I thought it was Letterman.
Colbert.
Colbert.
It was Colbert.
Colbert. That lived around the corner, and it was so weird compared to what it used to be. There were maybe like 15 people outside, and of those people, like 7 of them were people that just wanted an autograph so that they could sell the book or something like that. And then it was Marianne and some, scallywags like that. Hi, you're on the air. Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Hello. Okay, goodbye.
John Doe says Trump or Stern. Howard has amazing similarities to both Michael Jackson and Trump. It's unbelievable. Everything. Howard makes Michael Jackson look like Jim Florentine. He's so out of touch and creepy now. I honestly think Michael Jackson's more relatable than Howard is.
Well, absolutely, 100%.
Mo, have you met or hung out with Julian Casablancas? Do I even know who that is?
Julian Casablancas.
Are you talking about Casablancas, the modeling agency guy?
Yeah,
no, that wasn't part of my world at all. Hi, you're on the air.
Hey, Mo.
Hi.
When you met Marianne from Brooklyn or hung out with her, could you tell she was kind of a weirdo?
She's a little wacky. So she's one of those people that's on constantly, right? And I think that voice of hers is very much manipulated. And
yes and no, but when she realized who you were, she got really fucking quiet.
She
got
did.
Really
what did she
quiet.
do?
They're looking down at
Was
the
she
sidewalk.
just
Yes.
Talking about what type of stuff were you talking with her about?
You know what? She had no idea who I was. I told her I did like a Howard Stern podcast, and I wanted to talk to her about. She was standing in front of AGT at Radio City Music Hall, and I was just asking her questions about, do they pay you for this? And she's like, no, absolutely not. They give me absolutely nothing. I do it for the love of Howard, and so anybody who's a fan like that. Fan is really short for fanatical. So there's a fine line between being somebody who is just a fan and being somebody who's a fucking loon, and she's one of them. Thanks for the call. Hi, you're on the air. Hello.
Monique, you saying Marianne's in shtick coma mode the whole time?
Constantly.
Yeah, I never even thought of that. I guess she's
and then the next time I saw her was that time that I saw her in front of Letterman instead of Colbert, and she knew who it was. She knew it was me, and I was standing.
Do we have that video still up somewhere? Because her
that's a
voice,
good
the way her
question.
voice changed. The second
Oh my gosh,
realized
she got
how
really
sultry-
weird and soft, right?
She went like, oh yeah, no, yeah.
Yeah. Hi, you're on the air.
Hey, Mo, this is Jeremy Harrelson from down here in South Carolina.
Hi, Jeremy.
Wait, what you got there?
You guys said that maybe we're going to have Dominic back on.
Dominic.
What do you got going on there?
Sounds like a party. I want to go to that.
I think he's simulating the
Is he
Stern
playing
back off.
Dixie? I wish it wasn't Dixie.
What is going on, Jeremy Harrelson?
Wow.
Did you hear him say at some point we're going to have Dominic back on?
When are we going to have Dominic back?
Yeah. I thought it was...
Who knows?
I will throw out a
wants to be
text to
back.
Dominic every once in a while, and I don't ever hear back from him.
Uh-oh.
So, what?
That's
What?
weird. That's
What?
just weird.
Oh, about Dominic?
Yeah,
No,
that's weird.
it's just, you know what? He started dating somebody, and I think he's kind of with that shtick now. Hi, you're on the air.
Good for him.
Hey, I have a
Good
question.
luck, Dominic.
Over the years, do you guys think Howard consults with his therapist to come up with celebrity interview questions like, is your dad jealous of you? And is your family jealous of you?
No, but he doesn't.
No, I
imitate
think
his
it's
therapist.
years of psychotic inbred, deeply steeped into the tea psychotherapy 101 that he knows. He has an innate knowledge of psychotherapy. You know, the way a lot of people that have been in therapy for a really, really long time go to a new therapist and they can totally game them because they know exactly what the talking points are. They know exactly what kind of things the person's going to ask to them. So that's him. That's the teenage kid who used to go to therapy and then has to go back into it when they're in like their 30s and has learned how to game the system. You know, because a lot of therapists and psychiatrists and stuff like that are a little fucked up themselves. All right, thank you so much for the call. Let me see, how do I accept this?
And just like,
hang on. The call is coming in weird. I don't know what.
Just like Manson.
No, but he thinks it also makes him sound deep.
Yes,
that's the other problem with
psychotherapy blackface.
But part of that is
the
fact.
Guy in the room.
Well, no, you know what it is. Part of it is the fact that he. God, I lost my train of thought
Evolved and
completely.
deep and walking on a higher ground than we're walking.
No,
it gives him a pass too. Saying you go to therapy, it gives him a
what
pass.
it is kind of like people who were alcoholics or people that were drug addicts and stuff like that. He knows that half of everybody in Hollywood has been in therapy.
Yeah.
So he knows
It's a
going
cool
into
thing.
it that they have had some sort of psychiatric help at some point or another.
Painting and therapy.
Yeah, exactly. Hi, you're on the air.
Hi, this is Stan from Long Island, and I really need to talk to Arm.
You can't.
I know he keeps saying he hates men, and I'm the reason why. And Arm, I'm sorry, baby. I really love you. Please come back to me. Stop saying you hate men. I know it's not true. I miss you. I love you. I want you. I want all of you.
Monique, tell him just to say I got a bungalow reserved at Cherry Grove right after Memorial Day. We'll play volleyball with Andy Cohen and John Mayer.
That guy and his voice are phenomenal.
Yes, it is.
Whoever you are that's
Nice.
calling in, between the nurse and the old age home, these are just like phenomenal
Very
voice
good.
things. I'm loving
very good.
everything about
Great
it.
people in chat. Coach says Howard's a pedo like Jackson and ego like Trump. That's poetic, Coach. That really is good.
Nice. I like that. I like it a lot. All right. If I missed your call, please call back in. I'm sorry, but when we're in the middle of talking, can't do everything all at the same time. So where did the I hate men thing come from, John, that you've been very into lately?
I'm just trying to be like feminazi guy, evolved guy, like overly woke, and it's just funny. I don't know. It's just a really funny thing to just reflexively say I hate men. It's like anti.
It's so funny. It just it kills me every time you say it. I was just curious, like where it came from. Like, did you conceive of it on the Depp show, or was it something you just decided to say here?
I don't know what brought it on. I think it was a Depp trial thing where all the battle of the, is this is woke and this is politically incorrect and men suck. And I think that's why I said, and it's just like a over the top feminazi thing I'm doing. Almost like a MSNBC, Rachel Maddow file. It's just, I don't know.
You're kind of like an angry lesbian.
Yes, I'm trying to be right.
Okay, I like it. All right, guys, we're going to give you another 5 minutes to call in if you'd like to call in. If not, we are going to shut the phone lines down and get on with cleaning out the computer so that we can end this.
There's still more
shit
show.
There's
still more show. Wait a minute.
I thought we were done.
I thought we were done.
Well, we're just going to do a little bit of cleaning out the computer. Okay, last call. No, I'm not going to say your code. Hi, you're on the air.
Hi, my name is Xavier. I live in the American Gardens building on West 81st Street.
What?
I'm 27 years old. I believe in taking care of myself. A balanced diet and a rigorous exercise routine. In the morning, if my face is a little puffy, I'll put on an ice pack while doing my stomach crunches. I can do 1,000 now. After I remove the ice pack, I
American
use a
Psycho.
deep pore cleanser lotion. And in the shower, I use a water-activating
It's
gel
American
cleanser.
Psycho.
And then a honey almond butter scrub. And on the face, an exfoliating gel scrub. Then I apply a herb mint facial mask, which I leave on for 10 minutes while I prepare the rest of my routine. I always use an aftershave lotion with little or no alcohol because alcohol dries your face out and makes you look like Casey Armstrong.
Oh my God, I'm so turned on right now.
Then the moisturizer, and then an anti-age eye balm
followed by a final moisturizing protective lotion. As an idea of an Xavier or a Dennis or an arm, some kind of extraction. But there is no.
Monique, can you tell this mysterious caller that I have a Western Kentucky Murray State game on my hard drive? He sounds like he has a Western Kentucky accent, doesn't he? I think Xavier's going to be on a Port Jefferson ferry anytime soon.
Oh my God, that was so funny.
Did you hear this street reference here? Gary's old apartment, Seinfeld's old and Gary's old apartment on West 81st Street.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Okay, we're shutting that down. Thank you so much, you dude who just called in. That was amazing. Okay, I'm shutting down the phones. Thank you, everybody. I cannot believe Chaka Khan. I cannot believe you didn't call in. Okay,
Poor
so
Chaka Khan.
all right,
She's a lot of pressure on her. She's got to outdo herself every time.
No, she really doesn't.
I know she does.
She's so good at it. It's just amazing. Okay, hold on.
Thanks, Jeremy.
Shutting the T-Mobile down. Okay.
Casey, seriously, I have a Murray State Western Kentucky football game with you. You had 10 punts executed in this game.
Is he even here?
I didn't see him in the chat.
Actually, called in.
That was him, yeah, but I don't see him in the chat.
That was him that just called in.
That wasn't him.
Yes, it was.
That was definitely him.
That was definitely him.
The West 81st Street was the first tip off. That was definitely him.
Yeah, that was him.
Okay, hold on. Let me check his phone number. I just need to see.
Unless it was Sour Shoes doing a Casey impression.
That would be pretty deep.
Who am I? Mahmoud Raouf, Chris Jackson over here. Too.
Yeah, that was that's KC.
Yeah.
Told you.
Okay, that was amazing.
And plus, that's such a movie that he would love.
Yes, that's amazing.
It's such a movie he'd love.
Wow, he's got that beauty regimen down to a science.
Exactly. He's probably not far off from his real one.
You couldn't hear him in the background, but Mr. Whiskers was like was finishing.
off.
You were doing that. Oh my God. Okay, so what do we want to hear? I'm going to leave it to you guys. We can either hear the Jessica
clip.
Seinfeld saga of being sued over her vegetable book. Or we can talk a little bit more about Ralph, which might be a little bit more interesting, and him versus Brendan Murphy, him drinking like a zombie, him getting really fucked up, and those are all visual displays. So that might be something fun. But I want to do something on this cookbook thing, and so I am going to save these right this moment.
Can I say something about Casey? Because when I was looking for that stuff today, it makes me hate the Stern Show all over again, because there's a period where they kept having him on to exploit the fact, look at how shitty he's doing. Look at what a train wreck look what a downward spiral when he leaves the show. Over and over again, they would bring him on as a way, almost like patronizing, like fake empathy or fake concern for him as he would come on. It's like, look at this, like, you know what I mean? Wink, 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 downward spiral when he leaves the show. Look at what happens to him over and over again to have him on under the auspices of plugs.
Plugs.
Got paid plugs.
You knew.
It's almost like they're a bunch of dicks.
Yeah, almost. Okay, so we're going to do a little cleaning out the computer to end our little non-eventful shit show for tonight. And by the way, I love when we do shows like this. And you guys calling in, I love you. You just make us laugh so hard, and it's wonderful. So thank you so much for
Cleaning out the computer.
Alrighty, so what we decided to do to end the show tonight is just a little bit more Ralph bashing, because who doesn't love a little Ralph bashing? So
very bastard.
Why don't you tell me a little bit about the clippage and what we're talking about?
This is the infamous story. Artie had just left the show. So they come back with all this smoke and all this mysterious thing. They're not bringing Artie up. And Howard has a New Year's Eve party. And Ralph's invited to the party. It's a lot of celebrities there. And Ralph, as we came on to find out, insults Rob Zombie. Your music sucks. Your movies suck. As he's drunk. And Howard's utterly mortified that Ralph has embarrassed him in front of his Hot Topic blackface talisman, David. But going into that, Ralph has a fight with Brendan Murphy, Robin's boyfriend at the time, and kind of punches him in the chest in a drunk. Yeah, so he's just completely out of control, and it's just kind of medley of Ralph being a dick.
Okay, we love Ralph being a dick.
Yep.
So let's go for it. Here we go.
I don't know something. You really should go to a meeting.
Oh wait, Monique, I'm sorry. The succession of that's actually after the Brendan Murphy stuff is first. Not that it matters. I guess it doesn't. There's no continuity. Gives a shit.
I'll do it.
I'm sorry to do that to you. It came in that order.
God. It's easy enough. Here we go.
Why? Date from the party on the phone.
Hey, Howard.
Hey.
I'll tell you one thing. Ralph shouldn't be drinking.
What did he do?
He came out with us afterwards. And he was, well, first of all, we go to the Rose Bar, which is like a pretty nice place. And he loses his jacket and then claims that they stole it.
Yeah, he didn't remember where he put his jacket.
Yeah, well, there you go.
Accusing everybody of stealing his clothing.
Zepp, just so you know, I can be in the chat for that. I wasn't going to go back on because I don't think there's anything to really talk about unless we want to. But I
want to throw the Pelican brief by him. Not just I want to know
I agree
bad
with
what he
you
thinks
completely.
about that.
Well, yeah, we should go back to that.
He isn't well behaved when he drinks. Quite.
I had forgotten how bad he was.
You're absolutely right.
And he was like, and I had some friends. We had some friends with.
Who
us,
is this
and
talking? Is that
Brent Robbins' boyfriend?
Guy with you.
Yeah, exactly.
And
Who's the
then
guy embarrassing you?
Right, and then he almost caught. You know where he got punched out that night at Scores?
Yeah.
It almost happened again.
Whoa.
Because he started poking Brendan in the chest, and then he started punching him in the chest.
He gets real physical with men when he gets drunk.
I hate men.
It's a little weird.
So,
I mean, he's to me he's harmless, but it was kind of funny because.
Yeah, but it also annoyed you.
His hair looks weird.
Well, I mean, you know what?
But at least you knew who he was. He could have been doing that to a total stranger.
Right,
I'll tell
and he
you,
has.
When I came to the party, the first thing I did was become very good friends with Brian Phelan, because I figured out right away that he was.
This Brendan Murphy guy sounds like a thug.
I know,
He
doesn't
is
he?
a thug.
I don't think I've ever heard his voice, so I'm not really. I wasn't.
I didn't either.
necessarily
It's the first time I
sure.
heard it too. I would hear his name and never hear his.
Exactly, Two Master. He sounds like Joey Fratto. It's like so weird.
He's
Johnny
a grifter's
Fratto.
grifter, though. I mean, he's the ultimate grift.
Oh, that's so weird. I just didn't expect that. Can you, hey Dennis, can you pull up a picture of like Robin with Brendan Murphy just so that everybody can see what he looks like?
Absolutely, I can.
Okay, awesome, thank you.
What is it, Ralph?
Hey now.
Hey now.
First of all, who is this guy with Robin that she's allegedly fucking, and why is he reporting?
Nobody said it was allegedly fucking anybody.
Wow.
I don't know. What's the deal with him anyway?
Wow.
Robin?
What?
Damn.
Anyway, first of all, he takes us to two empty bars. We're running around in the freezing cold. The first bar was empty. The second one,
never his
finally
fault.
get to a place. It sucks. I put my jacket down. Somebody grabs it. So, of course, I'm looking for my jacket. Somebody just takes it off the chair and disappears with it. And then they stick me with the bill for $200. So he's lucky all he got was poked.
What are you talking about? Somebody stuck you with a $200 bill.
I got the receipt, honey.
Well, how did you get a $200 bill? You left. You disappeared.
All those little friends of his were busy drinking my alcohol. And
When did you pay a bill? I didn't see you pay any bill.
All right, well, I'll give you the receipt and you can pay me
I'll
back.
pay you back.
Good job,
Good.
Monique.
Thank you.
I would never match
why
that
can't he
voice
pick
with
up
that
the tab?
face.
Never.
I didn't see him pay any bill, Howard.
My
First
Billy
of all, I didn't see a
Zabka over
bill.
here.
Right.
So I didn't.
I paid it.
Well, what? Did you go up to the bar and get it? You volunteered?
No, the girl pulled me aside. She goes, "Is anybody paying for all this?"
They're
I
the
go, well, I
worst.
guess
That
I
whole
am
crew
now.
is the worst.
Oh, that's
Degenerates.
ridiculous. You could have come back to the table and said, hey, we got a bill.
Well, what am I going to do? Trying to be a nice guy, and then this
Yeah,
guy-
sure.
So why did you?
Right.
Why didn't you just say to her that there's a bill we need to divvy up?
Yeah, that's right. I paid it.
Yeah, but you paid it, but now you're being
Now
all
you're
belligerent.
begrudging everybody because you decided to pay the bill.
No, because this guy feeling saying that.
You were punching him in the chest.
Oh.
Ralph, that's what you do, dude. You do. You get drunk and you start hitting people. And you want to know?
Okay, the next one is we go into Rob
All right.
Zombie. Okay,
His hair, his wig looks really fucking odd in this.
Yes.
I mean, it looks so odd.
What year is this?
This has got 2010. Artie just got fired from the show like 2 months before
Christ,
this.
though, look at that thing. I mean, it's ill-fitting.
Nice use of ill-fitting, Dennis.
You're welcome.
Nice. I've never heard an ill-fitting from you. Very nice job.
Yeah,
This
I have to throw him in
everybody knows the story about Ralph and the stealing the tips. I guess it was Nobu he did that.
Yes. He took all the money.
Got caught dealing drugs too at this spa
No, really?
place. Yeah, I got a nice clip.
Which one? You didn't like my picture?
Well, because it's just easier for me to pull up right now. But yeah, I would never compare this picture with that guy.
Oh,
but the dead silence of
Robin.
Look, there's my friend.
Why are Image bogarting all the Brendan Murphy pictures? Oh, you got us, guys.
Nice stain in the middle of your shirt there, Brendan.
How old's Karmazin now, Monique? Is he post 80?
He's old. He's old.
Is he over 80?
Yes, for sure. So, do we know anything about Brendan Murphy? Like, do we know?
What's his actual backstory in terms of? Was he involved in like a museum curating, painting? What is
Look
his
at the
backstory
first
again?
thing that comes up for Brendan Murphy.
Oh, the tennis
Robin
match,
gets
right?
dumped by Brendan Murphy from Radio Gunk.
Oh my God! On our site.
You're welcome. Well done.
Oh, that Radio Gunk.
You're welcome. Well done.
Oh, you guys.
That's
you
good,
guys.
Gavin. A poor man's
Bunch of
Dak Shepard and Jim
wise guys.
Florentine.
Remember
God,
this
for Christ's sake, the guy looks like Dak Shepard and Jim Florentine and a kid over there.
Remember when
I
they were
love that
sitting in the
picture.
reserve seats and they had to be moved
Yes.
because they were
Look at
sitting
his
in the
face.
wrong spot
Jesus.
at the tennis match? So she was very into him for a minute. She really was.
Well,
She thought this was going to
And then
be
he
her
got the
guy.
F
good
out.
beard.
And let me see, who is that with them? Vita Mulak. Oh, there's
The
Becky.
next gen-
Was that the girl he's actually having sex with?
Yeah, they're a regular Helen and Tom Willis from the Jeffersons.
Boy, vey, look at
Boy,
that picture.
Bibble.
Oof,
Caroline's.
Okay, hold on. Here we go. All right, here
That's
we
a
go.
rabbit hole.
I want to know something. You really should go to a meeting. I mean, I'm serious.
I heard, he
What,
told me,
obnoxious
didn't
drunk?
he get sick over New Year's or something?
I don't even want to talk about
Really?
it. No. We're done with
That
that.
zombie.
Oh my God! Come on,
No.
you got to tell me
No.
what
We're
done.
happened.
We're
no,
done
because you know
again.
what? It's not. No, not again. I'm done. No, because you know what?
Come
It's not
on,
a joke.
Somebody was making note of the fact yesterday for some stupid reason that I put my leg up like Howard puts his leg up, but I put my leg up because I can't sit still. I've
He's
been
not
this
that
person
flexible.
my
He's wicked
entire
more-
life.
He can't do that. He's not that
Yeah.
flexible.
Yeah.
Not
Okay.
Marfan.
You got to tell us what happened then.
No, I don't. No, I don't. I'm
What?
done. I'm done.
Wow.
DONE, as in finished.
You can't even tell us what happened?
No. No. I'm too upset about it.
Wow. Will you ever tell us?
No.
What are we talking
No,
about right
I-
now? What am I
Rob
missing?
Zombie. Ralph
Rob
offended
Zombie.
Rob Zombie at his New Year's Eve party. Told him his music sucks, his horror movies suck. In a drunken rage, and Zombie got all pissed off. And Howard, he's ruining his hot topic blackface spirit animal.
Wow. Okay.
Won't.
He goes
Because
on to
I'm really
reveal it
upset
later.
about it.
Wow,
Oh,
Ralph.
he's almost showing emotion.
I don't know why you're calling in.
Well, you can call in. He's still a friend.
No, I'm just
but it's
saying, this is not a-
He really needs to go to a meeting.
I'm just saying he's calling in to defend himself. This isn't a good defense.
It's an awful defense.
You need to go to a meeting.
I quit drinking. I'm
Yeah.
clean and
You
sober.
want to know something? A good idea.
I'm clean and sober 3 days.
Excellent.
3 whole days.
Oh,
hey.
Hey, it's a start.
It's a start.
You guys start somewhere.
Honestly, Ralph, you got a real issue.
That's right, Jeremy.
I don't know. Sometimes the booze just catches up with me.
Yeah. All right. We done?
Yeah, I think.
Thank you. Bye.
Wow.
Thank.
Wow.
Wait,
Wow,
this was
this-
after Artie tried to kill himself, right?
Yes. Yep.
So he'll be like straight edge with Ralph, but he'll use Artie as a prop.
Well,
as he's
you
dying.
got to remember, he's talking to his girlfriend. He's kind of making
But
sure
you know what I mean?
he
You
stays
see
in
the
line.
priorities right there, man.
Well,
Yeah, I
you know
mean-
what? Ralph trumps Artie any day of the week.
Absolutely.
Ralph is his bro.
Well,
Artie's not your
a little
bro.
more, bro.
Obviously.
Ralph is his bro. Right. He's still a friend equals he has pictures.
Yeah, Howard's
Exactly.
terrified he'll turn on him. Absolutely. That's some book he has him if he ever decides to turn on him.
Oh my God, yes. All right, let's listen to the clip number 2 on this. Here we go.
Yeah, I'm holding back on purpose because
It was that
that
bad?
fucking
I'm that
toothpick.
aggravated.
Howard looks really weird in these photos.
Yeah.
Was he
Toothpick
like
is the worst.
transitioning to another visit to grandma's or something? It's just
Yes, it
very
was.
weird.
This
His
is
face
right
looks
before-
weird.
This is before AGT. This is before he went and had all the AGT work
Right.
done.
He still has that weird little patch of teeth down on the bottom, which I
Yes.
noticed.
That aggravated.
Yeah.
To become a joke on the air.
I don't want it
And
to be
the
a joke.
wig is really weird
Gary,
looking.
what do you think Ralph did to piss Howard off?
I would have to guess that, well, the last time he pissed Howard off, it was something that happened at the house. That's my guess. It's something that happened at the house. And last time Ralph threw up. So it sounded like they were hinting that Ralph might have thrown up again. Although Scott DePace thought he might have shit his pants. Like, Scott DePace went to a place I didn't even think of. But I'm going to guess that Ralph got sick again. He either got sick again or he got so drunk that he might have broken something. But whatever it is, he clearly drank too much and did something to piss off Howard and Beth.
I don't know. Sounds like he.
You greasy, disgusting filthmonger.
I think Ralph might have tried to suck
Greasy,
Howard's
disgusting, filthy,
cock.
fleshy man.
Because Howard sounded pretty upset, and I don't think Howard would like it if somebody tried to suck his cock. I mean, would you like it if Ralph tried to suck your cock?
No, I'd be mad too.
I think that's why Howard's mad. I mean, I can't say for sure.
Yeah,
Wow.
Kylo, I think he got physical with him too, with Zombie. I think exactly what Brendan Murphy happened. I think he did the same. I think that's his move. His drunken move is to poke you in the chest, and then he thinks he has no accountability. I think it's exact. I think he got physical with him too.
Okay, they're just a bunch of vile, disgusting
Yeah.
animals. The whole lot of them.
Yeah,
They're
it's the worst
disgusting,
of the worst of the worst.
disgusting, vile animals.
It's like going to a zoo. I mean, seriously, that back room's a zoo.
Yeah, it's not true. Richard thinks he's so off the cuff funny. He's not.
No,
None
there
of
was
them
nothing
really
funny
are.
there.
Kylo, is that an addendum? Did Zombie almost call the cops? Because there's a follow up to that's audio, and
Jesus.
I didn't. It comes up later. I think he's right about that. There was like a cop. He was going to call the cops or something.
Does anybody know the story? Jeremy says Rob Zombie would have broken Ralph's facial structure. That's true.
The thing about a guy like Ralph, you can't hit him because you'll immediately call the police and go to
Yeah.
the hospital and sue you.
Yes, absolutely.
So
He
he's
is an
got you
absolute
there.
sewer.
It's like
He's
his
a Karen.
defense mechanism.
He's a
He got
Karen.
knocked out at scores.
He's a Karen. He's that guy. He's the first one to
a
complain,
total
the first
Karen,
one
yeah.
to bitch, and the first one to call the police on you if you come at him.
Absolutely.
God, I
Well,
detest him.
Kilo Sierra Alpha. Rob was really, really upset.
Yeah, there's a
So
follow up
can you-
audio to that,
Yeah. Okay.
and I
maybe
don't
we
have
can-
it on me right here. I just
To
thought it
have
was.
Ralph swing
Oh,
on
whoa!
you.
There's more.
I didn't think we'd have time.
Ralph sucker punched him.
Is that true?
Oh,
Where'd you hear he
Jesus
sucker punch? That
Christ.
wasn't in what I heard.
Holy Christ!
I could see that though. I
He's
could
lucky
see
he's
that.
not dead. My
Well,
God.
Zombie's a little guy.
How
it
tall
doesn't
is he?
matter. He looks
Rob
kind
Zombie's
of
like
crazy,
5'9" or something like that. 5'8".
Oh, you're kidding.
but he still
Yeah,
looks
and
crazy.
Ralph is
I mean,
way
Ralph-
bigger than him.
Ralph thinks he's a celebrity. I mean, he's the Stamos, the Sam Simon. He really thinks he's in that list, and that empowers him to sucker punch a Rob Zombie.
That's amazing to me. Honestly, that's amazing. And it's more amazing that Howard would still be friends with him.
Yeah.
What's the
Mendoza
You can't
line?
cut him out.
What's the Mendoza
Well-
line? Well, that's what I'm saying. It's like, okay, he can't, right? That's what we're saying. He can't.
Yep.
Gurgle,
But the
gurgle,
reality
gurgle.
is, what does he at this point bring to any
Gurgle.
table? I mean, he's not in
Gurgle.
Florida. He's not.
Blackmail.
Yeah.
Gurgle.
Blackmail.
Remember,
bro.
Ralph is on the retirement plan, so he really is. He's on 112 retirement plan.
That's
He
right.
Is he
is
still
named.
though? Have we seen
Yes.
any of that? From
Yes, you can't undo that. He's in it. He is in it. He is in that 112 plan.
All right, here we go. I have an article. We're gonna do this right.
It's a
this
defined
moment.
benefit plan. He has to get paid.
We're gonna put a little
Like
bow
Ellen.
tie. We're gonna put a little bow tie on this conversation.
Oh,
Hang on, here we go.
look at that
Why
face.
Howard Stern banned one of his staffers from his house. Howard admitted that Ralph once got into a vicious argument with one of Howard's celebrity guests. Look at that picture, huh?
Woofa.
The Howard Stern Show wouldn't be nearly as successful if the self-proclaimed king of all media didn't actively hire some of the most depraved, moronic, and ridiculous staffers known to humankind. You're speaking our language here, sir. Part of Howard's immense genius is that he can take a nobody,
Genius.
put them on the radio, and basically make them a celebrity. Among his millions of dedicated followers over his lengthy and impressive career, the Stern Show on-air staffers are nothing less than A-list stars. While all of Howard's well-paid staffers have had sweet moments, fans like it best when they make complete fools of themselves or piss off their boss. Of course, Howard, longtime producer Gary Baba Booey Delabate gets on Howard's nerves the most, but there's one staffer who actually got banned from Howard's house, Ralph Sorella. This is particularly noteworthy because Ralph is Howard's stylist. His job is to go through Howard's closet to help him pick out clothes for each of his shows and appearances. But Howard's stylist, unlike other staffers, isn't allowed near any of Stern's incredible properties if it's for a social affair. While Ralph is still one of Howard's most active callers, employees, and friends, he's soured his position due to some pretty wild antics.
I got
Ralph
it right
is
here, Monique.
What?
The story. I got the follow up to it.
I have what, the audio?
Zombie. No, yeah, just kind of the follow up to it. A week later, he goes into it.
Are you sending it to me?
No, I'm just kidding. You want to read it?
Oh, I'm reading it right now. What are you talking
Oh,
about?
you're reading an article. I'm reading Mark Sfriggin.
Oh, yeah, I couldn't get into the search thing on Mark Sfriggin. Okay, all right.
Here it is. Here it is.
You sending it to me?
Yeah, I'm gonna send it to you right now.
Okay, got
It is. I'm gonna see you scroll down. Jesus, where is? Okay, it's towards the bottom of the page. January 21st, 8:10 a.m. What did Ralph do on New Year's? If you could scroll down to it. Control F, thanks to Sara. Takes you right to it.
8:10 a.m. Okay.
The 21st of January.
I'm right there.
Okay.
Okay. Richard said that this would be a great time to talk about what Ralph did on New Year's. Howard said that he knew Ralph was going to be alone that night, so he invited him over to his house. He had Jimmy Kimmel and Rob Zombie there and a few other people. He said they had a whole dinner and things like that going on. He said he debated on whether or not to invite Ralph that night. He said that Ralph had some drinks and he claimed that he has no recollection of what he did. Howard said he must have been on something because he didn't drink that much. Howard said Ralph gets very physical and he was saying insulting things to the guests. He said he didn't want to say them on the air because it involved other people. Richard guessed that he may have insulted Rod Zombie's movies. Howard said he did say some insulting things. Howard said he didn't want to pay attention to that stuff, though. He said Ralph was belligerent. He said Rob is a great guy and things roll off his back, but he was getting into some stuff that just wasn't right. Howard said if Ralph calls in and discusses it, he'll talk about it. He said he's uncomfortable saying some of the things he said. He said if he calls, he'll talk about it so he can rebut what he's saying. Howard said he would talk about the specifics if he does call in. Robin said she thinks that Ralph is up now listening to this, blah, 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 blah. Howard said only do if Ralph is on the phone, blah, blah, blah. Howard said it was the last straw and Ralph ruined it. He said he's not going to come to his house again. Robin said he's said that before, but he's let him come back. Howard said he gave Ralph another chance, but this was really the last one. Blah, 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 blah. That's it. That's all we got.
Yeah, I think it's fair to say.
Wow.
It's safe to say what we surmised from it. It's physical, insulting his movies. It got physical. And I had never seen the video I sent you. That's the first time I saw it. Was that part I knew. I had that audio somewhere else, but I had just seen that, so that's why I sent. That was before that. I had not seen that until a few days ago.
I love this one. Ralph
Yeah.
is even worse as a house guest. The most famous story of Ralph staying at Howard's house was back in the late 2000s. Howard's producer Gary and his ex-co-host Artie Lang took a helicopter from New York to the Hamptons to stay out there and attend a concert with Howard. At the last minute, that's Artie, by the way, being big shot with his money.
Yes. Yeah.
At the last minute, Ralph decided he wanted to come. However, this delayed their flight as they needed to get a bigger helicopter to hold all three passengers and the pilots. Once at Howard's house, Ralph's list of comfort demands was endless, and he even held everyone up when he decided to book a flight 5 minutes before everyone was set to leave for the concert. On the way to the concert, Ralph claimed he had to pee and started yelling at the driver to get them there faster. When they arrived, Ralph burst out of the limo and peed in a bush in front of the paparazzi.
Yep.
Howard was furious as it reflected poorly on his organization, but that wasn't the end of it. Ralph ended up getting wasted and lost after the concert and a night of partying. Even though his colleagues wanted to take him home, Ralph wanted to stay out and party all night. And he tried to get back to Howard's house. He couldn't remember the address. Given that it was 4 a.m, nobody was picking up their phones. So Ralph decided to cab all the way back to New York and leave a message for Howard and his wife Beth to pack up all his clothes along with some cookies from the cupboard and bring them home.
Yep.
Jesus Christ. What a dick.
One of the funniest thing about that is that Howard thinks he has some pristine brand that he's trying to preserve. Like he's got some highbrow thing that he's trying to curate. There's nothing more lowbrow white trash than Howard and everything around him. You can't sully it anymore.
How does he not remember 17 Squabble Lane?
I know.
I mean, we all know it.
I know it better than my own address at this point.
So
Easily.
Probably.
I agree with Autobot too. Not to defend Ralph. He's actually right. Rob Zombie is a hideous poser. His music sucks. His movie sucks. So he's right about that. But
he's absolutely dead on. But
he's spot on about that.
You don't do that at his party.
Yeah, but it's Ralph, dude.
It's Ralph.
Chris,
I know. I'm not.
It's like, come on, man.
It's kind of like inviting Sal to come to your house. You know that he's going to do some shit and do some shenanigans.
You know exactly right.
I mean, Ralph's first appearance was what, 85? And he had his mom on the phone with him when he called in. I mean, that's who you're taking criticism from? Come on.
Right.
Come on.
I don't know.
Screw that guy.
It's all we got for tonight. This is what we do.
Do you want to see? Thank you, Crazy Robin. We speak your name too, our Nubian princess, the Vivica A. Fox of RadioGunk and the Deppening. Monique, do you have the Sal Governale, the last clip with Christine Governale? Because Ralph's in this one, so it's a great way to end with Ralph again. Christine Governale and Ralph get into it, and Christine goes nuts about Ralph dressing Howard like a skater boy on Letterman. It's great.
You're gonna have to give me a second.
It's from 2 days ago.
Yeah, okay, I got it. Just give me 1 second and I will pull that up.
That's the only one I would think.
Talk amongst yourselves for a second.
Talk about ourselves.
Talk amongst yourselves so I can have
a
discussion.
Major League Baseball starts tomorrow. Yay.
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 So excited.
How about that Final Four, John?
I'll go as far to say. Go ahead, Dan.
Wait, who's in it? Because everybody knows is out.
Dennis still watches the NIT.
Some good teams are in.
God, why did Rob call the
Miami, San Diego, and Florida?
Jesus Christ! Wow.
Oh, guys, I'll go as far to say, and again, not to defend Ralph, he was better on the air than Howard was in most of the series years. He was a more dynamic, provocative speaker. He caused all the trouble. He actually is better on the air than Howard is now, easily. Still, to this day.
He's actually the rebel.
Yep.
I don't even know why we talk about him, to be quite honest with you.
What, Ralph?
Yeah, he's just there to be the provocateur, exactly what you said. And hold on a second, I'm just looking for these stupid clips. Give me 1 second. Billy Corgan, David Lee Roth, Dee Snider.
One. Actually, my cat has been sleeping the entire time.
Did you see Charles Barkley on 60 Minutes? He had a great point, which I didn't think of.
All right, which one? Sorry, which?
Yeah, it just says Christine Governale. It's the last one. Sal something.
It's Howard and Sal, Howard and Sal, Howard and Sal, Howard and Sal.
Yeah, it's the last one.
Howard and Sal.
1, 2, 3, 4.
It says Christine Governale versus Howard and Sal.
They all say Christine Governale versus Howard and Sal.
Do they really all say
it? I have 2.
Play 3 and 4. 3 and 4. Just 3 and 4.
And I have 4. Okay.
Crazy Robin, her name is Puzzle. She's a puzzle.
Okay, I got it. This is it. I swear to God, guys, this is our last thing. Christine Governale versus Howard and Sal. Howard and Sal. Here we go. 3 and 4. All right, this is it, guys. Here we go.
It's
over. Now, you two do need therapy, and I wanted to.
I'm not going on therapy, but let's continue on.
I'm not going on therapy.
Secondly, your marriage. Right. I see your marriage. You're going to be taking care of that dog.
Hey.
No, Sal.
Sal, are you serious? That was nothing here.
No, he's saying that if I never lifted a finger, and I'll tell you why. I'll tell you the secret. Look at me, Sal. Okay.
That's horrible. You should be embarrassed to say that.
I'm not embarrassed at all. I'll tell you what, honey. I'd whip you into shape in 3 seconds.
Yeah, okay.
This is what I do. I go, I was honest always. I said I'm capable of making a living. That's all I can contribute.
Call me a moron, and you're calling me an idiot, and that's what I get for doing something polite? What do you want me to do, goddammit?
What do you do for a living? I didn't know you were. What does she do for a living?
That's where Gary gets it from.
I do customer service work for a staffing agency.
How often do you go to work?
I work Tuesday nights from 6:30 at night till 7:30 in the morning.
You work one night a week?
Yes. Plus, I take care of all the kids and everything in the house.
First of all, you got too many goddamn kids.
What?
That's number one.
You have too many kids.
You have too many kids.
We know that now.
Yeah.
Too late
but
now, you idiot.
He knew that she wouldn't do anything.
He knew.
But why is he married? I mean, and she's not working. If she's gonna work, this is her job to take care of the household. And if the household includes the dog, take care of the dog.
Excuse me, Ralph. Excuse me.
Sal's got no balls.
When I got married, I didn't say I was going to become the housekeeper. Okay.
Well, then what do you do?
And said, you could get Consuela to do that. I'm not the
Well,
housekeeper.
get Consuela.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah?
Get Consuela.
Well, if you go out and get a job, you could afford to get
I have
Consuela.
a job, Ralph. I have a job.
Why are you
One night a week? What are you pulling in? $100 a week?
Yeah, but Ralph, she
First
takes
of all,
care
Ralph,
of
I
the
have
kids
3
all day.
children. Ralph, you're not on the prairie.
All
You
right.
should go to therapy
This
too.
is a disaster.
Get a job.
They stopped
Don't
having
go for
kids
Howard's
after Ralph.
coattails.
This is a disaster.
I have a job, sweetheart.
Yeah.
I make more than
You
you.
stuck at it because you looked horrible on Letterman.
Let's get into this.
Ooh.
Keep going.
Hey, Sal, man, you got a great wife.
Yeah, after what you just said to you, you're right. not to Howard. If I looked horrible on Letterman, it's because I look horrible.
No, you know what? Your outfit was inappropriate.
Oh,
What should he have worn?
Definitely not an 18-year-old's outfit.
What should he have worn?
Outfit.
He should have worn more of a shirt, a tailored shirt, a button shirt, or a blazer, or a layered something, not cargo pants, a hooded sweatshirt, and a jacket.
Hey, I have an idea, Howard.
What is he, 18?
You have an appearance coming up on Bill O'Reilly. Wasn't this loudmouth dress you?
No problem.
That's okay. I'll take a pass on that.
Yeah.
Let her deal with that dog.
Hey, go walk the dog, dummy.
Hey, don't call her dummy.
Don't call me dumb.
Oh, I would deliciously love
Get Christine on
to talk to Ralph. No, I would love for
okay.
him to try and rip me a new asshole. I would love to put him down. I know that guy. That person is so despicable. Nobody likes him. Nobody. And that other Wilding is just as bad. They're both just
absolutely.
He's more hated than Julie is now.
Two queens that just absolutely. Oh my God.
Disgusting, entitled animals.
How about a WNBC golf clap for Christine Governale on that?
Yeah, that
phenomenal. That was great. She eviscerated
This
both of them.
morning, Wilding was such a catty little bitch to Samantha. I mean, because, typical, just so typical. He cannot handle like a woman. It's really, so friggin' blatant. He couldn't handle it that a woman was talking because, he has a serious problem being a little queen because he just really, truly is just. Oh my God, he was really fangs and claws were out this morning with him.
Most of my gay friends love women. They adore women. They worship women.
He's that type that
there's
doesn't.
that crew of gay men that absolutely detest women.
I hate men.
And he's one of them. He literally is one of them. He is horrid.
Well, okay, welcome to our Wednesday, which is now our Friday, and we are done. Somebody asked if we would be in the chat tomorrow for the Opie thing, which I'm debuting at 7 o'clock. I don't know. I mean, if we need to be, but then I'd be here and having to talk and all that stuff, so it would be kind of weird. And plus, I'm really, between that and Chrissy Mayer, I'm really all talked out for the week.
How many shows are you doing this week, Mo?
That's it. We're done. We are done.
Are you doing
Spuds
Are you
McKenzie?
doing Quite Frankly tomorrow?
I am thinking about it. I'm thinking about it.
And then you can do Uncle Rico show.
I was thinking about that too. Yes, I was. Yeah, but that's enough for the week. I love Chrissy Mayer.
Sure? You positive?
Yes, I liked both of those interviews. I'm on a promotional tour this week, and yeah, that's it. And considering the fact that I have nothing to plug, it's a beautiful thing to go on these shows and just blather for a couple of hours.
Blah, blah,
All right,
blah.
so everybody have a great night. We will see you
Thanks,
next
guys.
week. Pay attention to the Opie interview tomorrow, and I think
Deppening Friday. Deppening.
Oh,
Friday.
Deppening on Friday. What time?
Yes, 8 p.m.
What time?
Yeah.
8
What
p.m.
show is this? 90?
Eastern
Don,
time.
get her done.
Well, 130, I think. Dennis.
130.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
That's
I don't
almost
even think
2
we have
years
that
of
many.
Howard shows.
That's
Yeah, I don't think we have that
that
many.
was just this week alone
Exactly.
for John.
All right, good night, guys. We love you. We'll see you
I'll
soon.
answer your stern questions too if you want.
Hey guys, thanks for hanging with us tonight. Please join us for any further discussion at RadioGunk.com in the forum section. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter at RadioGunk. And don't forget to like this and subscribe to us and hit that little bell so you know when we're doing a new show. Thanks.